Out the episode. If we're not taking a shot, we're at least taking a drink. So,
All right. Oh,
Mazel
you know what?
tov.
We forgot to get a meter for Bunny, like a meter for
Oh,
the
I don't
guest.
even have our
I'm
meter
already
showing.
there.
What's
I didn't
going
even think
Got
of
it
on?
up top.
Oh
We're not prepared,
no!
guys. But we're gonna take a
midnight.
shot.
I just
We'll do-
realized I
we'll do
didn't
the
have.
meter.
Oh no, this is so jank. All right, let's take it.
Whoa. Let's
Ready?
take a shot. Fuck it.
Oh,
Here we go.
hold
Yeah.
on. Wait. Give me a chance. I'll,
Okay, no,
we'll
yeah,
work this
yeah.
out.
You can swig it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
What is that,
Also, incredibly shameful. Proper 12.
dude? Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that looks good. I'm assuming it's no worse than Jameson. So, all right.
I mean, it's probably arguably worse. But we gotta go.
All right.
Cheers. Thank you for coming on stream. Okay.
Hey, thanks. You lead
Shit.
for following, bud. Appreciate it.
Hey, my boy.
Okay, so
yes.
I just realized we haven't done a stream with a guest yet, and I didn't actually have the drunkometer shit for the 3-person. So we're we'll add that for
We'll
next
just do
time.
an audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
That
cool.
much.
I can't really add it
Yeah.
when we're live, so it's cool.
What was I gonna say?
How do you do the meters? I caught a bit of the last episode.
yeah.
And I was like, I was skipping through.
It's
And
yeah.
I could see from your speech what was going on.
So, like,
Or
static.
any drinking happening. So I was like, I
Sure.
didn't know if it was when you took a swig, you were bumping it up, or just basing it on.
It's
I
just how
kind
we
of at
feel.
first we
Yeah,
do, but it gets kind of messy.
yeah, it gets
Yeah.
messy, especially
Actually,
whenever
I've-
because I'm the one who runs it. So whenever I get sloppy, it's out of hand.
I've noticed
Yeah.
that the chat actually is the one that tells us
Yeah,
to
that's true as fuck. If the
So
chat's
much
being like,
Chad,
bump up Chad's
we should make it
drunkometer,
a
it's
chat
like,
thing,
yeah,
like, they
okay.
should be
He
voting
slurs
on it.
brilliant. It's like
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
classic drunk
Right.
slurred speech ever.
Right.
So it's, I mean,
True. Dude, Chad's drunk slurs are great, man. Yeah, he's got the greatest drunk slur voice of all time.
Bad. All right. So what was I gonna say? I did want to do a shout out to Yeffy. I met him in person. So this is the 2nd
Mhm.
person I met in person. I think the first one was Polish.
Yeah.
Why do you know I'm Polish engineer? But I just wanted to show you guys how fucking sweet this leather shit. He's a leather worker.
Oh, I saw a
Look at
picture
this.
of this.
Are you kidding me?
It's tight, dude.
Oh, that's dope.
I
You did
That's
took
so
that?
valet tray, which I learned. He told me what that was. You put keys and stuff in it,
Put your
and
coins
he
and
put my
stuff
logo
in
on
it,
it.
yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's super cool.
absolutely incredible. And he
Who
also
was
made
that
me a
guy
dope
who used to
wallet
do the wrist rests?
in hyperfuse colors. There you go, buddy. That's
Oh,
right.
dude, that's dope. And the Lego
Yes.
VIP card.
And the Lego
Oh, with
VIP
it?
card goes in the front.
Could you show us that credit card number real quick? Just
Yeah, dude. 100%.
just to verify.
I'll swipe it for you.
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'm looking to buy some stuff off Originative, so you know.
Speaking of which, Bunny, I was gonna ask you, what's up with GMK Darscow? Is that ever coming out?
Done. Yeah. Oh, well, not done. I mean, it's currently being made. I
It's
don't
still being
know. Like it got sold. Like I do a lot of the pre-work stuff with Oko. I don't really like follow it much after that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it just like arrives in the post later. But I did all the art for the cover and
Dude,
whatnot. So
I
I
can't
think
wait.
it's pretty
Honestly,
close.
like that and there's a couple of sets that are coming out that are really good. I think Dracula
Yeah,
and that and Dracula I'm like looking forward to the most. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people love
we
Dracula.
did those.
Hey.
I'm about to launch. There's 2 new ones.
Ooh.
Oh,
Frack is in here. What's up,
Um,
Frack? No.
yeah, there's a couple of new ones launching soon. I was doing some work on it earlier for him. Some cool
Nice,
stuff.
dude. Hey,
But yeah, I don't know I don't follow the timelines and whatnot. But based on like how stuff normally works, I'd assume it's pretty soon on that set. It's pretty dope.
I know there was a delay. I was just asking
Yeah.
if you knew. I was asking
Yeah,
to see if
you know
knew,
more
but-
than me.
total
So,
tangent
I don't
here.
decide.
If you have
Don't
any
worry.
input at all, if you could get the good people at OCO to change their key set page from going straight to Honeywell to actually showing a list of key sets, that would be cool. Because if you go to their page,
Wait, what
I
do you
could
mean?
probably do that myself right
yeah,
now.
if you go to the page and you
Oh,
click
shit.
on key sets, it just takes you to Honeywell and it's
So
sold out. It's super annoying.
Can you screen share that?
There's
I can.
It's
Yeah,
about
dude,
to
I can.
be-
Oh no,
We're gonna try to screen
wait.
share. Did we finally prepare it for this episode?
I did, but I don't know if it's on the 3-person one. Hang on, I can add it.
there's about to be
Give me a
new
second.
Honeywell, so even if
Oh,
I don't
there
fix it, it'll at least be in stock.
There's
Okay.
so many good sets coming out. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me like that.
I'll let me
GMK's
link
popping
you.
like, I want to go to the fucking GMK factory and see what it's like.
Oh no, let me.
I'd love to go to GMK, dude. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Where do I put it?
Anyways, yeah.
Can't show it on stream.
Just
but let
take
me-
my word
let me
for it.
link
You know,
something
if you go to
that's
the
about,
if you go to the key set page,
that's-
it's.
I
Drop.
believe you. Does the
Yeah.
screen share not work though?
I set it up for 2-person.
Yeah.
I did not
Yeah, I
prepare for
don't
this at all.
know.
I'm sorry, guys.
I
No,
don't
it's
know if
okay.
I'm allowed to share this, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
This is literally about to come out.
Okay.
I dropped it in your Slack.
Oh shit, that's to me.
Oh.
Oh,
see it.
I can drop it to you too, but don't.
Cool.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
No, I
put
got it.
up or anything.
Well,
I won't bring it
I'll
up. Yeah,
post it.
I won't bring it up. I'll just look at it. Yeah.
So how many? Who else in chat is?
Oh,
drinking
dude,
water?
Frackno, you're. Oh yeah, Frackno, you live in Germany, yeah.
Germany.
So
Yep.
you're not
boy.
far. That's
So he
super
could
cool,
probably
dude.
go there. Dude, let's
Yeah.
go hang out with Frack.
I would love to
Let's
hang out with
stay at his
Frackno.
place, Then we'll go fucking tour the.
He is so much fun in person, and he's a super
hear
cheap
you always
day.
tell me.
Like,
Good to hear that you're
3/4
drinking
of a
along
beer
with
and
us,
he's
Orion, man.
done.
Cool, dude.
All right, here we go.
I have all the time in the world for that guy. He's the best.
Oh wait, what is this, Bunny? This is sick.
Thank you.
Is this like a secret?
Yeah. Well, it might not be,
Ooh,
but I
that's
don't know
tight.
if it is or not.
That's tight. I like it. Hey,
but
thanks,
I think it'll get shared soon.
Right Puss,
like it.
RTY Puss. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Thanks for
Artie
following,
Puss?
dude.
Artipus is the man.
Artipus?
I love everybody.
Yeah, man. Artipus is
Ratchet.
cool.
So what was I gonna say? Who else is drinking with us? I know Orion is.
Yeah, man.
Um,
What are you guys drinking in chat? Let us know. I'm
Yeah,
very
let's know
curious
what
about what like the people who watch us drink because it's a Friday night. You know, if you're not drinking, I don't know what you're doing tonight. Water, Javier,
get
good
water.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
should get some
Oh, Hodge is
twisted
drinking.
tea. Finsler says twisted tea.
Hodge is drinking weed. That's good.
Tito's and Jameson.
Yeah. Dude, Tito's and
Hodge is
Jameson,
drinking
man.
weed.
Yeah, Hodge is drinking weed.
Oh my
Pepto
God.
Bismol from grapes. Good.
Nice.
Good.
Sorry, feel bad for
Yeah.
you.
Grey Goose, Orion. Hell yeah, man.
To extract business.
Love that.
There's some
Bomb
good dudes in the chat.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we
Bomb
got a lot of-
water.
A lot of good.
Your mother's milk. Thank you, Frackno. I'm gonna kick your ass. Appreciate it. Frackno would kick my ass. There's no question.
So for those of you watching,
He's been learning jiu-jitsu.
Gamer Girl Bathwater from Woke Chill. I appreciate that, dude. That's a
Thanks,
good
dude.
reference.
relevant.
Does that intoxicate you? Let me know, because I was thinking about buying some. So
Did anyone see that horrific spitting video she did for Ethan?
wait, no. What is this?
You know the chick who did
Yeah,
the
Belle
Gamer
Delphine?
Bath one?
Yeah.
So, there was some video like a while back of like Ethan like defending her and just going out and getting hers, very pro her, and I think she got that idea sort of from him. I think he made a joke. So, I might be remembering this wrong, but something to do with like you could like fart in a jar and send it to
People would
sell
buy it.
And then she came out with the bathwater. Anyway, he got this like secret package. Opened up, it was like a jar full of horrible liquidy milky substance, and it had like a USB stick in it, and they put it in, and I swear to God, it was like hours. It was cut up to be like 20 minutes long, but it was hours of her spitting in this little pot.
Yeah.
And it literally, and they played the video. It's harrowing to watch, and she would like drink it back and then drop it in and like suck it back. Oh, dude, it
Like
was
Big Daddy.
God damn.
it was something to yeah, but with like imagine spitting in this thing on camera for 4 hours and then doing it, not just like one, but like it.
That's a lot of work.
fucked
And
up.
then they were like opening it and sniffing
That's
it. And
fucked
stuff.
up.
It was a good
I gotta
time.
give a special thank you to Frackno for hosting our stream with one viewer. I really appreciate that, man.
That might be
Thank
me.
you,
I
bro.
might
You're
still be
turning
on
this shit
stream
around for us,
forever.
man. I really appreciate that.
Dude, you can't bet like that.
Apparently that notification was really loud, so I'll fix that for future streams. I wasn't expecting to get hosted, but thank you, buddy. I actually do appreciate that.
So for those of you watching, this is my first time that I got to hang out with, talk with, and actually see Bunny. Unfortunately, I couldn't see
Yeah,
and
same.
hang out with him at KeyCon.
Yeah, we were
and
gonna
neither
meet
can
up
Mark.
in New York. I was
Yeah, we were
Mhm.
supposed to.
on my list,
Um,
but it didn't happen, dude.
I ended up having a bachelor party. My cousin. And I
yeah.
totally
There's reasons to go. Like I'll take it. I'd have gone to
Yeah.
a bachelor party.
Dude.
Yeah, it was fun. But
If I would have been
time, I
in
FOMO'd
New
hard.
York for KeyCon, I would have bailed on KeyCon to go to that bachelor party 100%, dude.
yeah,
It's so sick.
there's so many people that I wanted to meet. Like,
Yeah.
see, obviously Bunny's one of them, and a lot like all the people that you saw in Seattle.
Yeah.
I would have ideally met up with them. And Orion, we didn't get to go to Seattle.
Franco just threw out. He just asked me to go to the Paris meetup.
There's a
in
Paris
August.
meetup?
Paris meetup. That
That's
sounds amazing.
sick.
So I might do
Is it at
that.
the Eiffel Tower?
It's not. That's where I'm
Imagine
going.
Sick.
I think I'm going to Chad. Are you going to SoCal for sure? Is that confirmed yet?
I planted the seed.
Yeah,
and-
I'm going to SoCal for sure. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be sick.
You're definitely going.
Yeah.
Is there like a set date?
I haven't seen it, but I'll make time for it. That's like within driving distance for me, so there's no excuse for me not to go. It's like 6 hours away. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I planted the seed. That's as much as I can say. I don't know.
Cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Hopefully it works out, man. That'd be sick.
I would love to go.
I've met everybody but you now, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. December 7th. Okay, easy. I can do
said
that. Javier in chat.
Very nice. Very nice. So Bunny has a lot of guitars behind him. So let's talk about those. Those look really
Dude, I
nice. I
love
remember you
guitar.
mentioned that you cleaned up your space. For the
Yeah,
stream,
there's a
which I
bunch.
did
I have
too.
like this. I've got like I had this ugly ass set of drawers and like a Mac Pro and stuff that was
Nice.
behind me, and it's so ugly. I had it behind me,
Right.
so on my main desk I don't have to look at it. Set
I
on
had
a
some shit
webcam.
I
I
had
was
to
like,
do.
oh my god.
Mark didn't
So
like.
I had to sort it out. So I just switched stuff around. I need to redo
Sick
it
though.
anyway.
Sick. So what's everyone drinking in chat? I gotta see this.
Oh, we already asked that, man. We
But
had a few. Grey Goose from Orion. I was impressed by that, dude. I got my dad
I've
a bottle of Grey Goose for his birthday last year. He appreciated it. You know what's funny? Actually, so I bought him a bottle of Grey Goose like the day before his birthday, and I brought it back to my place, and I forgot that I forgot to bring it to his house. So like I realized it midway, so I had to stop off at a liquor store and buy him another bottle of Grey Goose. So I ended up
I had
buying
a little mini
two.
one.
So then I just kept
Next
one
to
for
me, the
myself.
mouse
Yeah.
you sent me, but it's not. It's this.
Grey Goose. Oh, Belvedere.
Oh, dude, fair enough.
Yeah, I
Man.
thought I had.
Yeah, I feel like that's
one
better.
next to me, but I don't.
I remember growing up, everyone was like, Grey Goose is the best vodka you can ever have.
It's fine. I mean, vodka's vodka, dude. I don't know. I don't get the
Yeah.
distinction most of the time. Although I will say, my dad, he took a
think it's
business
a
trip to Russia. He was drinking Russian vodka all week. He was like, "Man, you could just drink that straight. Like it was the smoothest shit
It's like
ever."
water,
I was
yeah.
like, "Man,
Yeah,
that's
I've heard
crazy.
that.
I would love to try that. That's
I
insane."
quite like. I like some nice vodkas, but
Mhm.
a really cheap vodka that should be really shit. I really like Stolly. Like I can just drink.
Oh, you
that
do?
out of
Stolly,
a pint
okay.
glass, and everyone else tells me that's really harsh, but to me that goes down like super easy. I don't know.
That's
what it is,
amazing.
Vodka?
like, a
I
brand,
feel like
it's-
vodka's not so bad. The thing I can drink vodka, I can drink pretty much most liquors except tequila. It's
I'm
like
the
when
same way,
when I drink
man.
Tequila, I really,
Tequila just like
get
I
nauseous.
smell it and it brings back all those
Yeah,
college
100%.
memories of
Exactly.
me projectile vomiting in a football field,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good.
I
Are
was
you a
like that
big
with
tequila
beer.
buddy?
I only just started drinking beer like in New York, and I've been
Oh,
like on a
nice.
craze of it the last like month or two.
Yeah,
mainly
man.
because a friend know. And what I put it down to is like when everyone was like 13, 14, like you
Mhm.
drink in the park, you take what you could from your parents, and
Mhm.
everyone would meet up.
Sure.
Everyone else had like those little stubby beers or whatever. My parents didn't really drink beer, so I would take like vodka or like
You'd be the
whatever,
fucking
like
cool
just
kid.
spirits.
Yeah, man.
So that's what I got my taste for, and I can drink spirits all night. But like because I never drank beer, I didn't get the taste for it. Like if I had a couple of beers, dude, I'd feel all sorts of fucked up and bloated and horrible. I never really got it. And then we went to like this little craft beer place because Fran has
New York?
got into beer when we were in New York, and I had this
Do you
really
remember
nice
what it was
one. I
called,
was
or no?
like, and then it put me on that quest to be like, now I need to find other nice ones. So I've been like doing it like one or two.
Yeah,
Find
they
like
have
one
so
random ones a
in New York,
day and seeing what I like and don't.
They have. Do you remember the name of it, or if it was like a beer
I,
garden? or
I
some
bet you Frank,
crap like
Frank
that.
knows. I bet you he knows. But it was like it was great, dude. It was so it had like a bar, and then it had like these fridges that went back for ages, like
Mhm.
hundreds and hundreds of different
That's
types of like
sick.
craft beers and stuff.
That's sick,
And they
man.
were like pretty cheap. They would charge you like $4 or something to pour it in a glass. It was wild. Like that's not a thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So like you would buy them in there and
What do
you
you
could
mean?
get them
What
to
do you mean
take
it's not
out.
a
But if you had them to drink in there, it was like wildly more expensive. But it was really nice. I had this like had a couple of really good ones there, and then since then I've sort of been like questing to find other stuff I like. I dig it now.
Yeah.
So
I love beer. I haven't really drank a lot of it recently because I've been doing that the stupid
Dad
keto
life.
diet. Yeah, the well, dad life too.
Well,
But
thanks, Mr. Cookie Jar, for following the stream. Appreciate it. man.
nice.
Welcome.
Yeah, now beer's good. There's a lot of good beer. I think New York is good for any kind of things that you're looking for that are like crafty and shit.
yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Cookie's
crazy
saying
place.
that he likes stouts. I don't. Stouts are fine. I don't know.
I can't
Like,
have more than like two.
That's
I'm
the
the-
thing,
that's
man.
what I'm
Is if
into.
you drink two
Milk
stouts, I'm
stouts,
full, dude. Like my
Yeah.
stomach's. I can't drink more, and
Too heavy.
you know.
That's the thing that I picked up. That's what changed my mind. Like I had this chocolate milk stout.
Oh, really?
That
It
sounds
was
so
legit, like super good. So
It's like a
those
dessert
have been
beer.
like my favorites, and then a few like the sour. Weirdly not completely like the pure opposite, but some of the sours and stuff I've been enjoying. I think for me, like I used to like run this kind of. It was a bar, but it had the hours of like a club kind of thing. So we'd have DJs and stuff in, but it was like a bar that was just open late. I used to run that. So when I used to come in the morning and clear it up, dude, that stale beer smell just like put me off forever. So like lager and like that traditional kind of beer, I've got like no interest in. But you throw some like cool flavors in, I'm down.
Yeah.
People do some crazy shit with beer nowadays.
Dude,
yeah, I pick up one or two like random ones. Having the
nitro brewing and all that stuff.
The American beer scene has like exploded in the last like 10 years. It went from like
you know what? I actually wanted to talk to Death Caps, who you met in person.
Yeah. I've met him a few times. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Does he really brew his own stuff?
He's dope.
Yeah.
I like him.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Brews his own beer.
I know he's like a huge beer fan, but yeah, I didn't know he brewed his own. That's cool.
Yeah, he should have tried.
Death Caps is one of the people I definitely want to have on in the future.
He's a good guy and he's fun. Like I've seen him do a couple of things like that before.
He's super cool, man.
He's got a cool story.
Real cool guy. Yeah. I saw him on Woke Chill's podcast where he talked about like how he came up. That was a really good listen. I think I heard that live actually. It's not. It doesn't go on anymore. It was Keeb Town, I believe.
Oh yeah.
It was around for a bit, but yeah, it was a good listen. And yeah, he kind of went through his whole origin story of being like
kinda
a tattoo artist
right?
and converting into kind of like what?
Kind of like Cumtown.
Cumtown's going strong, dude. I love that podcast.
I'm blissfully unaware of that podcast.
Cumtown? Yeah.
So I didn't know shit.
On my radar.
So there's a podcast called Cumtown that Mark introduced
me to.
Man. It's actually
good.
hilarious.
Yeah,
but
it's like,
I was more surprised by the fact that they're like one of the top.
They're the third most popular podcast on Patreon. They make like
in terms of how much money they make.
So much money per month. Yeah.
Well, I've got this literally just stick around all day.
Yeah.
Obsession with in like middle-aged woman kind of time, like obsessed with true crime podcasts over the last sort of years.
Those are really good though, to be honest.
Real issue, dude. Like cannot now go to bed without putting one on, and then I can't sleep because I listen to the whole damn thing.
I blame Netflix for coming out with all those really good,
I mean that's it. But there's like Generation Y and Trace Evidence. There's a few of them that are like just great. I love it.
After this, actually, I'm gonna hit you up for something.
But now I need to go check out content.
Dude, it's like it's these three comedians who live in New York City, and it's basically just like an hour and 15 minutes ish of them riffing, and just like I don't know, it's a good time. There's like some clips I could send you later that'll give you a good feel for the podcast. But yeah, it's a good time, man.
The fucking band clip.
Dude, yeah, they have this bit that's just it's just Jackass, but like it's like Jackass, but in 2019, like the things you would have to do to be outrageous now, and it's just like I'm Bam Margera and I'm gonna suck Phil's dick while he sleeps. It's like the dumbest shit, man.
Literally an hour.
Whoa! Like what you have to do nowadays.
Yo,
Fracno donated $20. Shots.
Fracno with the $20 donation, dude. Thank you so much, man. Shots. I agree.
Mox. Thank you.
I agree.
You want me to Paris for that? Have you seen Bam's Instagram since he's gone
dude,
fucking
yes.
lit shit?
He's
dude,
like on a meltdown right now,
amazing.
dude.
Hold up. Can you fill me in? I have no idea what you're talking
about. Okay, so go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I literally just had this conversation. It's wild. I'm obsessed with it. So he,
me too.
It's been going on for like a while, but so literally like 2 days ago or something, like Dr. Phil flew him out to try. He was like off his rocker, dude, and he does these tirades of like 20 posts in a row, and you can't just pick one, so you have to go and start and go. But he's basically cut like everyone out of his life. He's just been going off one. Everyone thinks that he was there's a bunch of rumors about him being on meth, which isn't true. He does a lot of Adderall. He's not fucking sleeping.
Did he lose a lot of weight?
He's fallen out with like his mom and his wife and all his friends. But he is like, dude, it's fascinating, dude. It's not like if we try and explain this to you, you're going to be like, oh, he's just done a bunch of, he's going a bit nuts. It's like on a different level of like insanity. Like it's a complete social media meltdown, and it's so amazing. And fascinating to watch, dude.
Well, dude, okay, so this is
He
actually...
has like moments of like really interesting clarity, and then he just goes like completely off the rails in the most fascinating way.
You think he's like? You think he's just like on Adderall? You think he's?
No, well, I think
not
I think
on
he's
it,
like
abusing some
super
kind of
ADD anyway, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
100%.
I don't think he's like necessarily. I'm sure he was.
Because he lost a lot of weight.
Using alcohol for a long time.
Chunky.
A lot of fucked up shit and whatnot, but like his stance, without boring everyone, like his stance currently is like, I'm fine, it's all you motherfuckers that aren't, and I'm so like stressed out and like done with all of this because of you, and all the other people are like, we just want to help you. It's like, fuck off. But he went on this thing, dude, like this 2-day long quest, and if you were following along with it at the time, it's fascinating. Whereas like the only one I'll listen to is Dr. Phil. I'm not going to hear from anyone else. You guys get me Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That's literally
and
what
then
he said.
Dr. Phil came, fucking took him out, dealt with it.
That's
And
like
then
that Dave
Dr.
Chappelle
Phil's
skit.
just like,
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, he's not. They
can
drug
somebody
tested
find
him
Shaw?
and everything. But
Any
it was,
job
it's
would make
not-
sense
And
for
then
me.
now he came out, Dr. Phil, yesterday or whenever it was, and he's like, right, internet. Now you guys have got to get me like Neil deGrasse Tyson and fucking everyone else, because I can explain to them how black holes work in a better way.
No, are you kidding me?
That's so fucked. Dude, he's
He's
having a
gone.
mental
He's fucking
breakdown,
gone.
dude. He's gone. It's
Crazy.
amazing.
He's
You need to
developing
go back like
schizophrenia.
150
middle-
posts and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
watch them one by one, dude. It is.
I can tell you, okay, so back in like a few months ago, he appeared on Cumtown on their podcast.
Are you
and
serious?
he was talking about like how he was sober and how much he loved his wife
yeah.
and how like he was doing good and all this stuff. And then like literally the next day, he's on Instagram like making a video. He's like, I better fucking see my wife. She stole all my money. I'm gonna kill myself if I don't see my
Posting
wife.
pictures of her
All
naked
this
and
shit, it
stuff.
was just like, oh my god! Like
Like
the
3 or
day
4
after
days
doing
ago.
Cumtown, he just like went off the deep end, dude. It was the
Hold up. I want to
it
address
was
what
the
Cookie said. He
craziest
said you should
shit.
take a shot every time someone donates
we can't do
over
that.
$5. I know.
Yeah.
My first
I'm already
initial
drunk.
instinct, that's a
I'll
fucking
dive,
great
I'm
idea.
down.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I'm down to take a
apparently
shot.
we can't do that.
Okay,
gotta
so
take a shot.
Cookie, I have to explain. Yeah, exactly. If it's coincidental, that's fine. And I must reiterate here, we cannot take shots based on donations. That is against the terms of
Yeah,
service.
you're not allowed.
However,
Can
if
we
you
take a
guys
shot when
vote and
Ryan
tell
says
us
shot
take
time?
if you donate and tell us to take a shot, and we just like so happen to decide to take a shot, that's fine. And I'm going to do that right now. But I mean, you can't. You know,
I mean, we could happen to
you
take
know,
4 shots
you
with
can't.
Franco's
Yeah, you can't.
$20
You know,
donation.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Yeah,
Forgot
TOS.
to-
Exactly.
Yuli's coming in with
TOS.
watch
All
mine.
right. Yeah. Here we
Yeah.
go. To
This
sobriety.
motherfucker knows, dude. He was the second person ever partnered.
Ever what?
Second person ever partnered on Twitch.
Who?
It's fucking OG right there.
Who was?
What do you mean?
Yuli?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
he's
insane.
Is that true?
Best
That's
partner.
insane.
Is this like
Second
3 years
person
ago?
ever partnered on Twitch.
Jesus, Yuli. That's crazy, man.
fuck?
OG.
Yeah. He's a
Host
bad
us,
motherfucker. I
Yuli.
like him a lot.
I think we'll be partnered after this stream, probably, or maybe one more. Because they sent us the metrics. Oh, all right. Vinsler donated $6.69.
Vinzelar donated $1.
Wait,
Sex, no.
Happen to
Let the-
decide to take a shot after this, please.
Happen to decide to take a shot after this, please. I just took one. I'm gonna chill, but you know, thanks for the suggestion. You know.
I got to chase it. It's too much.
Yeah, you can't sub yet, so we need to hit affiliate before we can sub,
So,
or before we can have subs, which is very soon. I think legitimately, like after this stream, we'll be able to have subs.
you've got the
But, yeah.
viewership for it, but it's the time, right? You need to do a certain
Yeah.
amount of hours per week.
We
so
needed-
I think
we
that's
need to
gonna be a
have-
problem.
we
You
needed
need
to
just
stream
straight
7.
bullshit.
We need to
Like,
stream 4
stick it out.
times and then
Oh,
stream
7.
on like 4 different days and have like viewership. So I think after the
7,
stream,
yeah,
it'll
Steve
be a
Frax
thing.
has 7
Yeah.
individual streams. Is there like a time limit for it? Like, could we stream for
Mm,
like 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
So,
it's within a
actually-
certain period. It's either a week or a month or something.
I'm probably
but-
going to do a stream this week at some point building. I just got a new board.
12
it's,
hours
It's over there,
total.
but I got a Duck Orion V3 today in the mail. So
check you.
Nice,
I'm going to
dude.
build that on stream for sure.
Show it. Let me see it. Let's see it. Let's do something keyboardy.
Okay, I got to roll back. Hang on one sec.
Roll back. I did get. Oh, I think I showed the CC case last time. I don't know. I really like
I
it.
have. I did have it near me. I don't now. I had Daffy's, but I put it away.
Oh, that's all good.
I hope you guys enjoyed my milky white thighs. But here's the top piece. It's a sick Winkeyless silver Duck Orion.
yeah.
Bottom piece, whatever. It's still in the bubble wrap, so it's not that cool to look at. I got 2 plates, 2 PCBs. It'll be a fun build, man. I'm excited because I love TKLs, but I sold all mine, so this will be like my first like TKL in a while.
I wonder how long you're gonna have that for. Probably like a week.
Dude, good question. Every board that I own right now, I've had for quite a while. I'm pretty proud of myself. I have not flipped a board, or I don't flip boards. I have not sold a board in a while. I don't flip boards. I sell them at a loss almost always. Okay, I don't flip them.
Not by choice. It's just the way shit goes down.
Clip
It
that
is,
shit.
man.
Somebody clip that shit.
Dude,
Clip that
yeah,
shit.
fine.
And send
Actually,
it to
yeah,
every
please
group
do.
buy.
Please
Send it
do
to every
clip it.
group buy runner.
Please do clip it.
Conveniently cut it off before he starts saying how he sells that at a loss. Junk build. Yeah, we're gonna junk build that. When I move into my new house, I'm at my parents' house right now, believe it or not. But when I move into my new house, I'm gonna have a whole setup, and I'm hopefully gonna put my computer in the basement with where I make the caps, and he could do drunk builds, and while I do like drunk casting or some shit.
Yeah, we need to see that
it'll
for
be fun.
sure.
Yeah. Shots for every switch soldered. Okay.
Yeah, let me take 80 shots.
Power hour.
I'll just fucking die on stream. That sounds good.
Hell yeah. Yes.
I need to turn off the stream, dude. I keep reading the chat. Like,
I know.
Yeah,
I
man.
can't. I distract myself.
I can like relay the chat. I'm reading it.
I'm
so
gonna full
cool.
screen the chat.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so
All
it's
right,
just
that's
us.
all good, dude. I'll be
Alright,
the
so
chat ambassador. I will
I
drunk
think
build
that's
it.
what kills it
Yeah.
for me is like that. Like I'm so distracted by the chat, and then I like lose.
Here's what happens though if I
talking.
get rid of the stream. If I do this, I don't know if it'll show now. I get even darker, like the light of the stream.
Open like a
Oh,
new tab on
Yeah,
Chrome,
open
so
like
it's
a-
like a white screen shining on you. That's what I do.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even white. I've got this stupid.
Oh, you're in dark
plugin.
mode.
He's got the Chrome.
No, I've
He's
got
the
like a.
incognito
There we
mode
go.
I got you. There you go. Damn, way better. Cool. We can see you, man. It's fine.
I instinctively.
We can see
press
that
Control
sick
Shift
diamond
N,
chest
so-
tat. That's tight.
You got a lot.
Do
of
you
sick
have
ones.
a Do you have a favorite tattoo?
No.
No?
It's just
Alright.
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah,
even think
that's
about it. Like it's Yeah, they're all super old now. I like I like my hand. Frank Carter did it. I don't know if you know who he is.
I don't know.
He
Frank
was,
Carter is, yeah.
He's the singer of my favorite band, which is Gallows, and now he's in a band
That's
called
sick, dude.
Frank
Sick,
Carter
dude.
and the Rattlesnakes.
Tight.
So he did my hand for me. So I guess I like that just because of who did it.
Got a lot of
Mhm.
meaning.
Like what it is
Shit,
or
man.
anything.
That's really cool, man.
Dude, imagine getting a tattoo done by your favorite, like lead singer from a band. Fucking nuts.
Yeah. I love that. I was
Justin
instant for
Bieber
years,
tagging
and
me.
then my a good friend of mine started dating him like just as they did like their second album, so I sort of knew him through that. And then he actually on his Instagram he mentioned like when he did my hand, he like put a post and he was like asking about keycaps or some shit.
No
Like,
way,
tagging me.
really?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I always really like is like when people who have no idea about the hobby ask me about. Usually for me it's artisans, but even if they ask me about the keyboard, I think it's amazing. And I love
That's my
explaining it
least
to them, and
favorite
I want to.
conversation ever to have. when people
For
are
me,
just
all right. So, well, at least for the artisans, because I make them and like explaining the process of making them. So I like bringing in like more and more people to the community, and it's actually happened a few times where there's some people that have reached out to me on Instagram, and I started. I believe I was their first, maybe their first or second. Whatever. I was like one of the first people that they talked to who was in the community, and then I started seeing them in Discord, and that to me was like holy shit. It's like they were like my baby at that point or something like that. You get this sort of
stream died.
weird.
No,
feeling.
it's cool. Sorry.
We good?
I was turning you up. Sorry.
Stream died.
People were asking to turn you up, so I had to go to the starting scene screen. My bad. I fixed it.
We're all good. We're Gucci.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
But yeah, no, I always thought that
Carry
that
on.
was really cool. Thing bringing more people into the community. I think. What do you think, Bunny? I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, a few people about the community. Like, do you think it's? I'm talking about the artisan community. Do you think it's growing?
Absolutely.
I think there's a whole bunch of ways to answer that. I think like I'm not on board with this idea that the community's like exploding right now. I think there was a lot of demand, a lot more demand than supply, and I think a lot of people have come in to try and meet that supply, and I think that supply is super overmet now, and I don't think the demand is going to meet the supply until
Right.
a lot of people cut out of that. I think like the hobby's not as niche anymore, but or maybe I should word, mechanical keyboards aren't as niche anymore. I think the concept of people who are going to collect like a lot of caps and be in the hobby for a long time, I don't think that is exponentially growing in the way that a lot of people say it is. I think the perception of that for a while was the case because there was a huge influx of people coming to meet that demand because there was opportunity there, and some people were doing it for the right reasons and some people weren't. I think that will get filtered out over time because I don't think that's sustainable.
Right.
I think definitely like mechanical keyboards as a whole, I think is becoming much broader. I think the niche subsections of the hobby, I think they get that attention as more people come in. Artisans and other sections of it, and key sets and customs and whatever. I think that they get like an artificial boom because of this influx of new eyes on
going
the
up,
overall
so
thing. And I think as a result, you get these little like pockets and ideas that it's really big. What's up?
What?
I was like, Mark, what are you smirking? Are you reading something in chat?
Well, I mean, Graves deleted a comment that I'm like, why'd you delete that? But okay. It's all good. Sorry. It's fine.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I think... so you get these little like moments of booms in it, but I don't think it's like growing at the rate or to the size that a lot of people like necessarily think looking at it from the outside in. I think like it's... and I think that'll level itself out a bit over time. I think there's only so many new eyes
think right now,
who are going to be interested on
you think right now
the hobby as a
supply,
whole.
So you think right now supply has exceeded demand, and that's going to filter out. That's going to
Not on everything. Obviously, there's some things that like there's way more demand than there is supply for. But I think that there is.
In general,
I think if you're a new artisan, and you're not doing something like spectacular or different or a new approach, and coming into it now, like I think 4 or 5 years ago, if you were going to start doing it, your demand right out of the gate would be higher than your supply, kind of regardless what you were doing. And I don't think that's the case now. And I think that would be the case if it was growing at the rate it is. I think what is growing is there's a lot of people who are getting into the hobby enough now that they want to do something within the hobby. Be that because of passion, like they've found it and they love it and they like the community and they want to turn that into their creation, or because for a long period of time there was there was a time where there wasn't much stuff, right? There was a lot of people, like people think, oh, it's grown so big, and yeah, the numbers have grown big, but there used to still be a lot of people, but there wasn't much stuff, right? Like there was a lot of people making artisans. The minimum order quantities on key sets used to be a lot higher because they were doing so much less stuff that they had to keep those higher to make it worth their while, and the cost was so much different. So there used to be this thing of there was way more demand than there was supply, but also counter to that was whenever anybody did anything, when it was more tight knit, everyone would want to kind of support that because we all needed to come together to make that happen. And as the numbers grew, firstly, that wasn't necessarily the case. We didn't all need to come together to make something happen because there's enough people to kind of make it happen. But also because that became the case and there was more people, there was this huge influx of people coming to the hobby where there was opportunity. There was demand that needed to be met. So there was money to be made for whatever reason you were coming to do that, be it out of passion or just purely to make money. Whatever your reason, it's fair enough. There was a demand for it. I think now it's tipped over to the point that now certain people are having to sort of like not squabble, but come between themselves to, there's only so much demand,
I think
and it's so cyclical about like what's in and what's not. And
I think like a lot of the purchasers, the consumers, they have so many things to choose from, and there's not, like you said, there's not as much demand. There's some. I think it just comes down to there's so many new artisans. There's so many things you can buy.
And not just
someone in chat brought up a good point. They said this is from Meow Go 11. I don't know how to say his name. Look at all these people buying a bunch of caps or boards, then they bounce and just sell their stuff as soon as possible because they either burn out or just don't find the appeal that they found initially. I think that's true. I think there's like a lot of people who come in here and they see like how much. Okay, so they see like, okay, people are selling ETF caps that were brand new for like $200, so I can just join all these raffles and make a bunch of money flipping this shit, you know. But then
I don't think it's that. I think obviously
really
some of that goes on. Here's how I would word it, and I think it gets to the same point, but I think the motivation is slightly different. I think what happens is people discover the hobby, and when they do, they're a bit like a sponge. You know, they see all of these things that are new to them and they want, and then they see these high price tags, or they see what's more sought after and what's not, and they gobble like everything up because they haven't had time or experience in the hobby where they've developed or refined their tastes, right? So you get this period of at first when, and you know, and it's a hobby of, like, if we're being honest, it's a lot of disposable income, right? It's not a hobby that you're saving up for a lot of the time. There are people doing that, they love it, they've got a certain budget, but for a lot of people it's you know, it's such a niche thing. You know,
big time.
You got to find mechanical keyboards, you got to love them enough to then get a bit deeper in that, and then want to customize it, and then not only want to customize it, you want to then get these, you know, there's all these layers where it comes down to a point where, for the most part, you know, you've got a fair amount of disposable income, and I think as you first discover it, you're just trying to absorb it all and ingratiate and all of these new and shiny things, and you're just like overcome it, and you grab all of this stuff up and you spend all this money. But I don't necessarily think it's like with bad intentions or like,
you just burn out.
I think it's just like, or even like just necessarily burnout. I think like a lot of people just like naturally refine then that taste and then become more selective. It's like at first you gob up anything you can get because
I agree
you
with
don't
that 100%,
understand it.
I think that's absolutely.
And then as you get all this stuff and realize like these are the bits that I cherish or care about, or this is what means something to me, or this is what I connect to, then I think that refines, and then stuff gets slimmed out, or then you start being more selective over what you buy. And in like the position I am in and sort of dealing who I with, I see that like so clearly so often of when you come in and they're gobbling up everything to then being like, no, this is what I like, and then going for that.
Totally.
So
I've also noticed a specific trend with people, and I'm going to talk about artisans again specifically. Literally, it's almost every person that I've seen that I've seen enter the community from the beginning, I see them go down the same essential path of their wants change, their desires change. They'll gobble up everything, like, oh, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. I like the way that looks. Months later, at some point, they're all going to want the same thing. They want GAF. They want high-end ETF. They want a hunger key. They want all these things. They want brocafs. They want last pilots. They want all these things that are essentially unobtainium, that are all hype as fuck. And I think it's a social thing. Not only are they sick as fuck looking, but I think the big driving force is just it's a social thing. Like everybody wants.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean? Everybody
on all of the social platforms I visit want these. So why don't I? You know, it's like
it's even more evident now. Where, like, there's before, like, sound like a grumpy old man, but it's like when there was a lot less people in, like, it didn't show itself as much. Like, there was obviously people who always wanted the rare stuff, whatever, but like there are some amazing new artisans now doing some stuff on par with any of like the big names that get chased. And it's so, and numbers are similar. It's like what I say to a lot of artisans now. It's like as much as, like, you know, I deal with a lot of artisans. I'm friends with a lot of them. I know so many who get like attached to or like hurt with the idea of like people selling or trading their stuff or whatever. It's like there's like almost no better promotion for you and your brand than want to buy and want to sell threads and seeing things go at a high price, because whenever, like, there are, and as much as nobody wants it, there are so many people who just want the thing that everyone wants or that you can't have. You know, when there's this many people within a community and there's 6 of a thing, the prestige of having that thing sometimes outweighs how much you actually would want that thing. And
I hate to say that I'm that kind of person.
If you see the people who are like chasing some of those crazy things, if there was 80 of them, do you think they're chasing it? Like, and
Not
that's
as,
just
not as hard. Yeah.
just be real. And it's not saying that like the.
I'd like to say that I'm
Dude.
not the kind of person who would chase that
Yeah.
purely based on rarity, but it affects me too. Like
Yeah.
there's things like
Can I say
100%,
real
like,
quick? Fracno in chat just like summed up my opinion perfectly. He said, "Newer people scoff at the high prices of high-end caps and buy up tons of cheaper pieces, and then they try to trade those pieces for higher-end caps, but are unable to. Then they realize that buying just one expensive cap that they love is better than buying a ton of cheaper caps." Which is like totally how a newcomer enters the hobby, right? It's like you buy a bunch of caps where you're like, oh, these are pretty sick, and it's like, if I get like 12 of these, I can trade them towards like a better, but it's like, no, that's not how it works at all.
And no,
And then,
not at
like,
all.
and
And
they
it's
sell it
also
off.
so cyclical because like, and as much as I say like I'm into certain rare things or whatever, you also get to the point where you're so numb to all of that, and you get to a certain point where you're like, now I just like what I like. So it's like you come in and you're a sponge and you buy all these cheap things, just anything you can get.
Mhm.
This is cool, this is new, this is shiny, this is what I see people having, and I want everything. And then you refine that taste. And then as that refines, you like a thing, and then you want the rarest variant of that thing. And then the back end of that is just like, no, I like this thing, or no, I like this person, and I want to support this person.
That's like one of the biggest things of the hobby is refining your tastes. Like whenever you first join, it's like anything that looks cool you'll enter for, or anything in the colorway you like you'll enter for. But as you keep going and keep spending money and keep like as you monitor the market, you realize what you actually should go for, and you refine your taste, and you go for smarter things or things that you actually want as opposed to like things that you could like in your mind think you could get a good trade for. It doesn't make sense.
I like weird shit now.
Yeah,
like now on my board, for all the caps I've got the most B-stock last pilot you've ever seen in your life. The me and Bro calls Jizz Pilot, because it looks like it's been like a Bukkake session.
Actually, really looks.
It's got these huge white things on it. She looks like she came on repeatedly. It's great. I love it
for sure.
It looks amazing.
Jizz Pilot, I'm all over it.
Jizz Pilot, baby.
So, just like weird, like or stuff. There's a story or a connection with a friend or a gift or whatever.
Right.
It's like way more meaningful.
I've noticed that like
than any rarity or whatever.
Tend to keep the caps that have some kind of sentimental value.
Yeah,
and
sure.
look at the output that's coming out in keycaps,
a hype
right?
as fuck
Just
cap.
Everyone.
They move so much. How many times
They
have you
move
gotten a
around
grail and ended up trading it? That's happened to me.
You want this thing. You get it in your head. Like, I have to have this thing. This thing that completes me. This is my end game. This is my collection. You spend all this money on it. Caps that are now valued like $1,000, $2,000 or whatever, and you get it, and you're momentarily fulfilled. 100%. You're like, I'm happy with this purchase. But 3 months later, it's just a keycap.
3 months.
Ultimately, no matter how deep you are into this hobby, no matter how much you love keycaps, like, there are very few tiny pieces of resin like that over time you still care about enough to be like, I want this more than I want $2,000. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not
my
you don't
God.
love that cap
Absolutely,
still.
dude.
Ultimately,
Yep.
it's like you want that thrill again, or you want that chase, or you want whatever. Where it's like, I want this new one,
which is why the only caps that I think people will end up holding on to, and I think you're a testament to that, Bunny, are the sentimental ones. That's it. Like, that's gonna have the highest. 100%. That's the longest lasting value is the sentimental.
Admit, I'm a weird case. Like, I obviously have easier access to some things.
Sure.
Than some. Like, I work with a bunch of people.
Yeah, but
whatever.
You still feel the same way.
But in the same, and the flip side of that, it's just like I still part of this hobby and part of the fun of collecting keycaps is the chase, right? And when things are just handed to you, you don't have that attachment or fulfillment to. So it's like,
it's true, actually.
Our chat is so wise right now, dude. I love it. First of all, we have Vensler saying that 3 months for Bunny equals 2 weeks for me. Or 2 hours, sorry, 2 hours for me, where I get a grail in, and then like later that day I'm like, but think of all the money I could have for this instead. I am super bad about that.
And it's not about like flipping or making money. It's just like when you want something and you've got disposable income or whatever, and it's like X amount.
Yeah, for sure.
And here's the good thing about a lot of the hobby. Like, if you're following it close, yes, like the prices fluctuate. But for the most part, like when you're in it and you understand where things are going, like you get it.
Yeah.
Most things you know which will hold their value, and when you get in and out, where you're putting that in. So it's like if what you crave, if what you enjoy is that like momentary fulfillment of like I got it and now I have it and now I've taken the picture, I've documented it, it's on my Instagram,
to have a label and it's going out tomorrow.
And you can get out of that for about what you put in, and then you've got those funds to now get that momentary fulfillment again. If that's what you chase, that's not a problem.
No,
like there are people who like bastardize that or like frown upon that, and it's just like, or hit one common thing that I see all the time is like people who like rag on other people for like how they collect, and it's so bizarre where like there are people who like will have just like a silly example of like, here's one person who like collects bots, right? They just love bots, they get loads of bots. And here's another guy who like really likes, say, like a color or like one type of cat. Like I like this specific colorway of a bot, and they want to get 6 of this same cat. These guys who are like collecting up all these bots will be like, you can't have duplicates, that's fucking selfish. You're not, why, you know, that's not fair. Everyone collects for their like own reasons, and everyone's reason to collect is ridiculous. Right? Like, it is ludicrous what we're all doing here. Not so, I'm as into it as anyone, but it is ridiculous what we're doing. And
but
everyone's reason.
I do think that we shouldn't care about what other people.
I really like 56 Les Paul Juniors, right? Like, out of all the guitars that I want, like I'll buy every 56 Les Paul Junior I can get my hands on that I can afford at the time. That's no different than, say, someone who wants to get a 56, a 57, a 58, a 59.
Of course.
Right? It's like,
it's arbitrary.
Somebody likes collecting one of each year. Some people like one of each color. Some people like one specific thing and want all of it.
Totally.
And there's this horrible negative connotation towards like, if people's the way some people collect, if it doesn't fall in line with how you collect, like they're wrong. And it's just silly because everybody's reason to collect is ludicrous. Like it's so ridiculous what we're all doing.
No, you're right.
In the best kind of way, it's great. And but it is, everyone collecting anything is ridiculous, right? Whatever your reason or motivation or what fulfillment you get out of collecting, like just each to their own. Like everyone should
a personal thing, 100%.
Do what they want.
I want to personally endorse whatever collection strategy ends up with me getting a Night Sight Trash Panda. That's what I'm
fine. And you should be fucking stoked. Everyone should be stoked when you get that, because that makes you happy.
Plug real quick. I don't, Bunny, have you been following Poison Summer at all?
ETF. In the fact that
yesterday,
it's always when I'm asleep and I look forward to looking at a picture and never entering.
It's been an ongoing thing where ETF has like never done a terminal colorway or something like that, and I think he even mentioned it to you. So he said something about it in person when you were there in Seattle, right, Mark?
I asked him I met Marcus. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. The first thing I said to him was, "Why do you hate the terminal colorway?" And he's like, "Oh, there's only so many things you can do with it. It's kind of boring, blah blah blah." And I was like, "I get it, whatever." So now,
so full of shit.
Yesterday he comes out with this like perfect terminal colorway.
It's called Spider's Absinthe.
Spider's Absinthe, dude.
I don't even like terminal.
Love that shit. God damn! If anybody in chat right now has won that,
he gets it more than like.
Give it to me.
Out of everyone I speak to in the hobby, and particularly in like the artisan thing.
Yeah.
And loads of people will.
Marcus rules, dude. He's the coolest guy I've met.
Me and him are like, view it. He's the only person I speak to who views it in like the same way and context I do. Like if we talk about it, like we're so in line compared to everything else of like how we view like what's important and what isn't.
Which is fascinating because he really, I mean, that's his living.
Yeah, man.
I mean, he's so grounded when it.
He rules, dude. He's so cool. Yeah.
He's literally like a unicorn. I mean, somebody so. I mean, also he works hard as fuck. I mean, imagine.
Oh yeah, of course.
15 caps a day.
But even then, he's just like.
Last year was like 25.
It's not even about the work. Like he'll be like, "This is how much I want to make, so this is how I'm going to do it." Like it's all about like. Right.
Of course.
For him, this is what I want. Now, how do I achieve it?
Totally.
And he does it. He really does it. I mean, I can't imagine pumping
What's
out that.
What's Franco banging on about?
Especially.
Let's see.
With a fucking newborn baby. Gotta catch.
How many
all,
things do you
SPU.
collect? That's what Fracno wants to know.
All right.
Is he Franco or Fracno? That's my
His
question.
real name's Franco, but his screen name's Franco.
Yeah.
Probably like a typo from when he was a young kid.
He was just like
like to think.
high as
But, I
shit,
mean,
like
it's-
I'm Fracno.
Yeah, like I'll be the first to say like collecting it's ridiculous, and I collect a whole bunch of stuff. We all do. That's
Legos,
kind of
dude.
why we're
We
here.
do
That's how
collect
you
Legos,
get
for sure.
here to
Like-
this point.
like,
You're on
okay,
a Friday
Cap-
night on a podcast about keyboards.
Caps wise, what's your biggest collection? Is it? I mean, like,
I'll talk about Legos.
Biggest is a
I think
number,
there
or,
should
like,
be
what
a
do I
Twitch
like?
Lego stream.
well, what's
I'm
your
not gonna-
favorite thing to collect in terms of keycaps?
I'm into a
Let's talk
bunch
about
of
Legos.
stuff.
Hold up. Look at this
Yeah,
Lego.
Legos where it's at. Yeah.
Are
I'm
you-
down.
That's not a
kidding me?
keycap, dude.
Toothless.
I mean,
No,
toothless is
imagine-
cool, but you
Am I
know,
right, dude? I've got
If
so much Lego.
This
it's
was a
not, it's
keycap. Are
problem.
you kidding me?
if there was Chad,
Yeah, and
make
that's
a
like
Chad,
$20.
make a toothless keycap, bro. Come on, what are you doing?
I can't wait till my son is old enough to choke on this.
A toothless keycap would be sick, but anyways. So yeah,
So
Bunny,
what do you collect?
keycap wise, what do you like, man?
At the moment, I mean, I'm obviously biased towards bro caps. I collect
Yeah.
LPs at the moment, and
Fair
the
enough.
Space Bunnies.
Dude,
Yeah.
these bunnies are
Those
the
are
shit.
tight, man.
I-
Those are
he-
tight.
They're
The thing for
literally
me is,
like
like-
my favorite bro cap is that I've ever seen.
Actually,
the
problem
ribbit.
with me saying anything, it's just like I'm friends with so many people, and ultimately I kind of collect what my friends put out. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm like with like Booper,
I don't think there should
like
be any shame
Kernels,
in that,
because they're
though.
fucking bunnies.
Kernels
obviously,
are tight, dude. Yeah.
with Chad, I mean, I'll collect anything of Chad. I love Chad, but I've got the most Daffies, so Daffies and stuff. Like
I don't think there should be any like shame in what you collect.
I've got a shit ton of Daffies,
Yeah,
dude.
like-
I love Daffies.
Dude,
friends with gaffs to collect gaff stuff.
Yeah,
I really
man.
like so I've got I won't go into the story, but like I've got a Lola tattoo, and that's a really sentimental name for me, so I've been collecting Lolas with Wild
Yeah.
Story. I think what
Yep.
she's putting out is great.
Yep.
particularly
you
for
got
the
the
time she's been
Valentine
doing it.
one. I really love the Valentine one.
Yeah, so I've got like
There.
a bunch of those, and I've got she sent me a couple of cool ones recently. Like as soon as she first posted
Sick,
it, I was
dude.
like, I can't believe you named it that. Like I've got this Lola
She
tattoo.
sent you that
there's
white
this
one that I
whole
really
fucking
want.
story. Yeah, the wedding one she sent
That
me.
one I love.
I've got this
That
this
one's
whole
tight.
like
That one's
backstory
tight.
with me and that particular name
Mm-hmm.
that I shared with her and stuff.
Oh, you
But yeah, I'm kind of at a point where now I just like, is my friend putting out something cool? Yeah, cool. Okay, I'll collect that.
Yeah.
Like there's so much stuff now, and I've had so much stuff and whatever. It's like at a point now where it's just like, do I know you, and are we cool, and do I like this thing?
Right.
Yeah, and I'll collect it and even less so, like I've got enough keycaps now. Like I was saying to
Yeah.
you before, like I put one keycap, one artisan on the escape key. It's like I only need so many of them,
Same.
but like
yeah.
if I can support a friend or whatever, like
Yep.
that's more like the side of it that I'm into now. There's not a ton. There's maybe like 3 keycaps that I'm like really chasing
Mhm.
and can't get.
Like-
And they're all like I said, all sentimental stuff. It's like
Mhm.
the Flux Keypasta Clack put out. Like my
Oh,
son was born
like a
on Back to the
$10,000
Future
cap.
Day, right?
Really?
So
That's
he
so
was,
cool,
He was
dude.
born. There's only one day ever. It's not like it's a yearly
Yeah,
thing. It's
yeah.
like on the thing. It's
what day?
21st of October. What year is he born? Jesus Christ. So 2015, right, is when it is in the show, and that's the day he was born.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Holy
And
That's so
that
sick.
came up that day, and the way he did that sale was he was
Mhm.
like, everyone enter, and then he took the 5 or 6 people with the highest post count, and I was one
Ah.
post count away from getting it.
Oh,
And it's my kid's birthday. That's a cap
damn.
that I'm
Yeah.
super chasing, can't get fucking near.
Damn.
So there's
Those
stuff
go
like
for,
that
10
where
grand, right?
yeah, there's stuff like that where I'm like, that's what I'm chasing. It's not because like the value, there's like a weird sort of story, those sort of things that I'm after.
Did you ever
my
nab
God.
that cap?
No, I haven't got
Really?
it. I got offered one.
Oh,
like,
dude.
dude, this is the dumbest fucking story as well. Particularly how much they're
Oh,
going
please
for.
tell me.
A
yeah.
friend of mine got one, and I was like, dude, I need it. Like, what's the number? And at the time, like, this would sound like not much for what it is now, but he
Mhm.
said, I'll give it to you for 2K. And I was like, at the time, I was like,
2K?
motherfucker, like, dude, and at the time, that was unheard of. Like, now,
That,
you're
that's
like,
still
probably
unheard
right.
of.
It's still
I
No,
don't know.
there's a lot of caps that go for
People
2K
pay like
now.
$10,000.
I mean,
I was just like, motherfucker, like, are you gonna really dream like that? So I said no, and I wish I had said yes now because I would just want it. Like, it's just like now, this many years, 4 years later,
No,
I wouldn't
man. I'm
think
still
about that money, and I'd have the cap, and it would be like Urclack from the one specific day my son's born, about based on like one of my favorite series
think
of
about
films.
how much
I'd
money
love it.
I love caps. I would like
At
2K.
the time now, though,
no matter the sentimental
yeah.
value to me,
You would buy
2K is
a nuclear night
ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Would you
That's
not do
so
nuclear
dumb.
night sight for 2K?
What?
If somebody said, Mark, I'll ship you a nuclear night sight, it's in the box.
No,
right
for
now,
2K, hell no. Go fuck yourself. No, that's stupid.
That was kind of what I said at the time. Now, 4
Yeah.
years on, I'd have snapped it. But
I get
at
that,
the time,
but
particularly then, if you look at prices in 2015 about what was going for what, it was just silly. And
Yeah, 2K probably seemed like
and I didn't do it.
10,
So that's a
15K
regret.
stuff.
But that's the only time I even got.
I
a
don't
chance.
blame you for that at all. Like that's a
So does that guy still
stupid
have the
price.
cap? What's up?
2K is like for any keycap, I can think of like
I had a guy.
I
don't know
actually
who
can't
it was.
think of like
I
I can think of like
2K.
2 or 3 caps in my head right now that could go for 2K.
I'd pay 2K for like an end game hunger right now.
I had a guy.
Those are like the ones
make it
I'm
fucking
thinking
work.
of. Like Hungers,
Apparently,
I'd make it work somehow.
like maybe some Vandals, like I don't know, but like
Binge made me a hunger once, and then we fell out, and then I never got it. But apparently, it was really cool. I don't think I ever saw it, but there's a few people who keep telling me it's like the best hunger ever.
wait, why didn't you post about it every single day in KB Artisans like BK?
I don't know anything about it. Binge gave me a Popsy. I'd never seen one before. When we were at KeyCon, he gave me one of those. Cool.
I'm sorry, BK. I didn't mean that, but
We
that's
spent
that was
2K.
hilarious.
Like everybody's mad at 2K. Jay didn't spend 2K. What did he spend 2K on?
He didn't spend 2K, but Benj promised him hunger for his birthday and then didn't give it to him. So he like spammed him in KB Artisans about it.
I'll make it clear right now. Like, I'm not calling out Binge for that. Like, apparently, he made me one, and then we had that big, like, very public bust up. I wouldn't have sent me that either. Like, I'm not calling him out like you're saying with BK about not sending him something. He had every reason not to send me that.
If someone promised to make me a cap, like if Chad was like, dude, I'll make you a cap, and then like the next day I was like, hey Chad, go fuck yourself. Like I wouldn't still expect that cap, you know? Like that's not how that works. You know? I don't know. Whatever.
Happens every day.
Hey Chad, go fuck yourself.
Here's a cap.
Thanks, bro.
Interesting.
Dude, Chad has sent me specifically this cap, which I love, the Nuclear Night Shine Daffy.
Yeah, that's dope. I saw some drama about that the other day. Someone who got one and was selling it. Everyone's moaning about it. I'm like, and I mean this with all due respect. I fucking love Chad, but like, Jesus, can we like, we cut?
I mean, I think actually, legitimately, I was probably the source of that because
you're what?
I think I was the source of the drama.
It wasn't even you that I saw. I saw someone posting about it.
Oh well, Grapes did. Yeah.
And again, it comes down to my like, you know how everyone's got every reason for collecting something that I was saying before. It's whatever your reason for selling something or whatever it is, whatever you price it at. I'm so over.
Plus, that guy was
like
really
when
nice.
the community was like super tight knit and there were all these rules. There's so much of like that legacy stuff remaining.
No, you're right.
The community's not like that anymore. It's so much bigger, and it's just like there's these expectations put on people of what they should and shouldn't do, and it's just let people do.
I mean, I highly doubt that guy's actually like watching us right now. But what happened basically was like I saw him post the thing where he was selling it. So like, I mean, it's stupid in my opinion. It's very stupid to post a giveaway cap for what the eBay price went for. That's just dumb. It's not going to sell for that price on Mech Market, you know. Well,
first,
it wasn't
one thing I'll say about that. Let me just say, the eBay price
please.
is what only one person would pay for it, and they paid it and got it.
Exactly.
So at most, you're going to get whatever the second person offered was, right?
Exactly. Right.
Unless an amount of time passes where the value of that cap changes.
Totally.
So I agree with you on that point.
So basically, I'll just tell the rest of the story. So what happened was he listed it for that price. Okay, see it, Chad. So basically, he posted it for $250, which I think was like what the eBay price was, right? Or like it was like $248 or something like that. And so people like I just like in our Discord, in our like White Hat Discord room, I was like, this is kind of funny. This guy won this for free, and he's listing it for sale for $250. That's kind of funny. And then, so somebody in our Discord group posted a comment that was like, hey, wasn't this a giveaway cap? Why are you selling it for $250? And the guy was like, Yeah, I saw the eBay price go for that much, so I figured I'd sell it for this much, whatever. And then this is the point where I lost the plot. Was he tags me because I messaged him when he won the cap initially. I was like, hey dude, just so you know, people are probably gonna try to shark you for this cap. Like, just so you know, it sold on eBay for $250. So if people are offering you like $100 for this cap or whatever, say no, because I don't want you to get ripped off, right? Dude. Oh, wait. Oh, is that right now? Oh, fuck.
Going down. Purple.
Damn
ETF.
it. All right,
Everyone
hang on. We gotta... All right. I'll keep telling the story, but I have this loaded. Okay. So, he tagged me in this comment, and I replied to him. I was like, hey, dude, please don't misinterpret my words to let me or to make people think that I'm telling people to flip caps for eBay prices, Like, I was just trying to make sure you didn't get ripped off. So then to this guy's credit, he responded to me and he was like, oh, okay, I'll take it down. And he like stopped he like took the sale price down. He like didn't sell it and like whatever. So it was cool. But yeah, it was. Sorry, I'm super distracted by this Nightcaps post now. But I respect.
Let me put it to you this way, right? Like, we all have our own ideals or morals regarding what should be done with.
Of course.
Cap is a giveaway, whatever that is. But ultimately, like, to play devil's advocate, if there's two of them, or I don't know how many there are in this case, but whatever, there's one with a notable sale price, one's given away. And you win that because you enter giveaway. Whatever we're assuming that people are entering giveaways to this because they want it, not because they want to make it. Yeah. Whatever his reason is, and whether you agree with it or not, like, he's entered it, he won it. And
Chad,
if he's going to look for a sale price,
real quick, Chad, pull up Nightcap's Instagram, Burb.
Really?
Sorry, keep going. Yeah, Burb.
Why is it on
Purple
Instagram again?
So it's just like what. Dude, I think like a lot, and I'm with you 100% on this point.
Yeah.
But to play devil's advocate, it's like, what should he charge at that point? Like, is the ethics? You got it as a giveaway, and you don't want it. Should you give it away? Because at that point, you probably want it more than you want zero, right?
It's tough.
Where does that tipping point come? Where you're like, so with any cap, like, no matter how much you love a cap, there's a point, right?
Oh,
where you
absolutely.
go, this cap means more to me than this dollar.
Yeah.
And this dollar means more to me than this cap.
100%. 100%.
Most caps go for whatever the market dictates. Yep. But when it comes to, like, say, rare caps or like small number caps or whatever, it's like where they're in homes and people aren't. And obviously in this case, he's looking to move it. But for sake of example, he's not looking to move the cap. Like, the cap is at that point, it's just like, how much does it cost to get this out of this person's hands? And that's where you get some weird market stuff where, like, somebody really wants a cap, so they're like, I'll pay $2,000 for it, and they get it.
Yeah.
And now they think that cap's worth $2,000. That's just not the case.
True.
And everyone can see that bit of the argument. That's how certain things get inflated, and then they go, well, that's not what the market is or whatever. But the counter to that is just like, at what point can we just say, like, this guy's asking what it would take for him to, like, let go of it, whatever his reasons for doing it are. So I was, like, very much, like, in your camp with what you're saying, probably still are for, like, most things. But I think in the same way where I'm just nowadays, like, everyone can collect for their own reasons. It's not for me to decide. Like, the reason I collect is not the reason you collect. And my reason and what I decide is no more right than yours. So, and I have to then apply that logic to selling stuff. It's like, whatever my morals, whatever dictate, it's just like, that might not be yours, and
it's tough.
Just because of what I hold myself to, that I shouldn't hold you to that. Like, you hold your own stuff.
I think I'm one of the more, like, I guess you would say, liberal people about this topic, because, like, if people win caps, like, if they buy them for retail and then flip them for whatever market value, quote unquote, I don't really care about that. The only time I actually care is when people win a giveaway cap and then sell it, because that's kind of shitty. But also, like, I wouldn't give a shit if this guy traded his giveaway cap for a cap of the same value and then sold that, So it's kind of this weird gray area where it's like, some people would have caps to trade for this, or some people would have money for it. And, I mean, who am I to
I
say
have
that's
that
fucked
exact-
up? You know, I don't know.
Exact same stance on
Yeah.
like say a cap that's a gift, and that's different than a giveaway.
True.
Like I think
true.
if you enter a giveaway and your limitation on that is not like this is a friend of mine, just anyone can enter for any
That's
reason.
True. That's true.
I think at that point I don't care. Hands off, do what you want. Like I don't think it's a great move. I don't think it's a good look to do what this guy's doing.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I'm not gonna like overjudge him for it.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Go ahead,
if Chad gives you like makes you say you particularly like a colorway like terminal or what you were talking about before, Chad makes you specifically a terminal cap and gives that to you, right? Then I have that, and then if you then make that post and say selling for 250, that's when my moral thing kicks in and go,
yeah,
that's a problem. And then I have this reaction that you've had. My leaning is just slightly more over where it becomes a gift instead of a giveaway.
I should note, by the way, this guy messaged me because I commented whenever I was like, please don't twist my words into me condoning flipping a giveaway cap. He like private messaged me and was like, you know, he apologized and said he didn't know that was a big deal and it wasn't a bad
really
thing.
nice.
Yeah, he was very nice. And I messaged him back. I was like, dude, for the record, I don't give a shit if you sell a giveaway cap. I don't care. That's not my prerogative. There's a lot of people who do care about that, and I didn't want you quoting me saying that it was okay to sell a giveaway cap, you know?
Like using your...
Right. Like, I don't care, but a lot of people do care, and I don't want you tying my name to that. So, like, do whatever you want to do. I truly could not give a shit, you know? Whenever a cap's in your possession, fucking do whatever with it. I really don't give a shit. But I just didn't want him, like, using me to endorse flipping a giveaway cap. That's just not something I wanted.
I don't know. I thought about commenting on it, but I don't really have any strong feelings, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, if I was going to comment, it was only because you guys were all kind of jumping in. I kind of feel bad.
That's what it is. It just takes one person and then a whole bunch of people pile on.
That's
so
for
I didn't want to say
sure.
anything, and he was actually carried himself really nicely. And like I said, like Mark said.
Oh, he handled it. Dude, to this guy, if he's listening, you handled this perfectly. Like, you listed a cap, you found out it wasn't cool to do that, you took it down, and you apologized. Like, there's no better way to handle that situation at all.
There's this curve, right?
But is it cool if he trades, like Bunny said, is it cool if he trades it for like a cap of $200 to $300 value?
Dude,
and then
I am in possession of this egg face right now that was like a giveaway egg face. Make up your mind. I traded something
that's a hot one.
Worth something for this that was a giveaway. So, but I don't give a shit because I wanted this. Oh, I dropped it. Whatever.
And
I wanted that. So I don't
I've
care.
sold stuff
There you go,
I've been
Ivan.
given.
Drop the cap.
And then I've also done the other thing, depending on the situation, where like I won an ETF giveaway like ages ago. Like when he first started, it was like a cherry blossom fugu, right?
Whatever. You can't
And I
They all
won
want
that.
us to take a shot. I think we should do it.
Okay.
A friend of mine like started messaging me saying I have to have it, blah blah blah. He clearly cared about it more than me, so I'll just give it to him. I've done like all sides of that spectrum, like, and I can.
Oh, this is a fucking beastly one. God damn.
Good ass
I can
shot.
see where like everyone comes from, and I just think it's like at a point now, just let people be and do what they want. I think.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I think at this point.
I think you get this weird wave in this hobby because it's a weird hobby with a weird sort of community where it's like, obviously, when you first come into it and you don't have that attachment and you don't have these standards and morals that people are opposing onto you, like you say, this guy handled it well. It's like he did a thing that he thought was fine. He was told it wasn't fine, and he changed his thing.
Exactly.
Miyago brings up really.
But you can't. The problem is people apply their morals and what they've learned from. Whether you've been in the hobby 1 year or 6 years, there's a gradient to what you learn and the experiences you have.
Well,
that this guy was clearly newer than
of course,
all these
very
people
new,
going
very
after him.
Very new.
And so he hasn't learned that. Now he's taken that in and changed based on that and has learned and will probably handle things different in the future. But everyone is at a different point.
Sure.
And the point you're on and those morals and whatever you've gathered from that point that you're in is so far removed from anyone at any different point on that chain that to apply yours to other people is just silly.
Well, and this is something that like I thought was interesting was that like he really didn't know, like, and that's such a thing that I think people like don't understand when these posts, because I mean there's these things that happen on Reddit all the time, right? Where someone's like selling a cap for way more than retail, like right after it got shipped, and people will just shit on them in the post. it's like, you're a fucking flipper, you're a fucking douchebag, you know.
But in
like,
actuality,
oftentimes,
What's that guy's name?
but in actuality, all they had to do is wait a month, 2 months.
Well,
and then
I mean that, but like
socially
people.
acceptable.
Okay, so like and I remember this personally when I joined the community like a little bit over a year ago, right? I'm looking at people selling egg faces for like $250. This is like way back when, right?
Pee.
Okay, go for it, dude. I see people selling egg faces, and I'm like, oh, that's like the price of an egg face, right? So, for my first ETF win, I win a Piccolo, and I'm like, I could sell this immediately for $250
to Hodge
no sweat. To Hodge, right?
for $500.
And obviously now I know that's not cool. Like, you can't, I mean, but that's such a weird distinction, right? It's such a weird time-based thing where it's like, people will care for like a month and then not care. It's so weird. And I've had personal experiences recently where I've like gone on Slack and been like, I want to sell this Fug Thulu in blank, and I'll have someone PM me and be like, I'll buy it for retail, like shaming me for selling it for more when I'm trying to sell it for a very fair market price. You know,
that's one thing I don't understand, and I think
it's fucking obnoxious to me. I don't know.
I don't understand the reasoning behind it, because I think one of the biggest things that drives this hobby, at least the artisans, is the aftermarket.
Yeah,
we're talking like that is probably the biggest factor is the aftermarket. That's
absolutely,
why people,
dude.
like, we love the caps, don't get me wrong, but like a big thrill is winning a cap that other people want, or getting trade fodder, or whatever it is. So to say, okay, I'll buy it for retail, what's the reasoning? I mean, that, okay, you're gonna guilt me into selling.
I feel bad that I haven't been reading chat enough, so I'm gonna try to read what chat's been saying.
I don't know if there's any geek. This will engage the chat. I don't know if there's any like geek hack historians. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. I'm way too tired. But on this topic, there was a guy who literally got ostracized forever from the community, and I was kind of part of it. I had issues with the guy for a number of reasons, but basically he got dibs into a clack sale.
Oh,
picked
shit.
The thing he wanted the most.
Yeah.
Or the thing that was the most, it was like a 3-cap thing.
Okay.
And before it shipped, or it was before he even chose. He said he was like trying to work out what he could get for it so he could pick the right thing to sell it for.
Mm-hmm.
This would be like 2012, 2013, like when it was a much closer knit community back then, and all of these sort of little standards that you see sipping in nowadays, it's all from back then. Oh, God, I can't remember his name, but he literally basically got thrown out of the community for doing this, and it's like totally normal now. Do you know what I mean? Like if you win those caps that just went up from ETF just now, like there'll be a want to buy thread or post for that tomorrow, and there'll be a want to trade thread. Like back there was none. You couldn't do that back then. I don't know what the statute limitations on how long you had to physically own something for.
Yeah,
but it was like a period of time. Like it
you have to enter it because you want it.
Because you
don't want it,
yeah.
then don't fucking enter
and
it. And I'm gonna fucking track you down.
There was a guy who, and he did some other fucked up shit, and then he played up to it. He came back a couple of times and played up to the whole storyline. God, I can't remember his name. It's driving me nuts. But he and not to bring this up, but like in the same way how Ryu got, he won that key set or whatever, and then flipped it, and then that is kind of on him forever, and every other action he makes is kind of judged on that.
For sure.
That's kind of fucked.
Because of that moral at that
fucked.
time of the community.
Up, yeah, it's fucked up.
That same thing was to like this guy back then, but it was to like the nth degree. Like he was done. Like after that, like completely gone. And that's like basically normal now, right? Like that's not. I'm not talking about a giveaway. It's like he bought a cap and was just trying to sell the cap. Like
I mean, dude, there was recently, right? There was the whole thing. They did the resell of Serica, right? And like it sold out in 10 seconds, and all of the people who bought it flipped it on Next Market the next day.
It was like $900.
$200 profit. It was like, you guys are just like fucking flippers, but no one cared.
I remember when Serica was on
flat out say,
I've seen retail, and it wouldn't sell. Nobody
If
wanted
I-
Serica, but then they saw the nice
Yeah.
picture of
Yep.
Serica on was
On
it the
poly,
E65?
on polycarb, yeah.
On the polycarb E65, and
Yep.
all of a sudden everybody
guarantee it's
wanted
not
it.
even the pictures. I guarantee it was the first one to sell thread for $900, and then everyone else went, "I want
Dude.
Actually,
$900."
maybe. Honestly,
It's
maybe
so-
that's the problem.
It's
And
so
then they all
funny
come up.
because Met Keys is
I want
like
9. If I had that key set, I'd sell that. Fuck
if,
yeah.
if anybody was like I don't know how to say this. Met Keys, I think, is the easiest market to manipulate ever. Like, all you have to do is get a few people on your side who want to sell something obscure for a certain price, and people will see it and freak out and buy it, and then like it'll be just at that price forever. It's
So I
so
said at the
weird.
beginning,
It is so fucking weird.
The absolute best promotion, whatever you want to call it, you can get as an artisan right now is a couple of people either selling for a high price or trying to buy for a high price.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Here's
absolutely,
what-
yeah.
And in the most scummy, purely business kind of way ever, like as an artisan, outside of like the art or whatever you're doing, like what you're putting out, like what you want is not like there are a whole bunch of good artisans who put something out and people enter for it because they want that thing. And then you get a different tier up of artisans who, no matter what they put out, everyone will enter it, regardless of whether they like it, because they know that
It's
one,
gonna
it's
be
either
hype.
rare or sought after, or they can get whatever they want because they get this.
Right.
And once you move up into that, it no longer matters what you put out. Like
Exactly, it's nuts.
Not. I'm not saying you're putting out trash. Like you're
No,
putting
no,
out
no,
your
no,
quality,
like,
what you
right.
love, but it's
Right.
it's completely irrelevant what you're putting out because you've got the demand there, regardless of what it is. And a big part of fostering that is that perception of what the resell or the retrade is going to be. Because ultimately, when you enter a sale, like there are some sales, like a lot of ETF sales, like you kind of know the numbers and you know what are going to be bangers. But there are a lot of sales where you have no clue. Like even speaking about broker, like there are some caps like we might make a batch of 6 of and say like 3 or 4 come out, so 3 or 4 of that colorway of sale, and another colorway where we might make 18 or 36 or whatever.
Sure.
And you don't know at that point what you're buying. But when you foster that kind of mentality of like what the perception of what that's going to be, it's irrelevant what that number is going to be at that point. And then obviously it works itself out later when a whole bunch show up and then the market value changes.
Right.
But people will enter and trade into and try and buy before it's crazy, before they even understand how many of something they're putting out offers.
Right.
Before things have even arrived. It's like you see whenever and not about broke, but like any artisan, like once they get to a certain point, it's like the sale goes live before they've even shipped. People are making offers, and you're just like, you don't have any clue where that's going to land at this point because you don't know anything about them.
For me,
True.
to what you're talking about, a good example is a recent good example for me is Binge's Popsy Skull, this spectral saccharide. If I'm saying that right, it's the one that's skeletal colors. Now that is for me the fucking hottest Popsy Skull that I've ever seen made, other than the one that I commissioned, which I fucking love. But this one is literally Skeletor colors, and it's blue stick with a purple thing. But if you could see it in the thing, we're talking about how this one right here, this is the one I commissioned. I love it because it's gold.
Tilt
But
it a little bit more. Tilt it more.
Yeah, I can see it.
No,
It's
hold
cool.
it up.
Can I just interrupt something about Binge that I think is really interesting in what he's garnered in his fan base? And I don't follow a ton of what Binge does. Like, we're cool now, we've made up, everything's all good. I don't follow, I'm not exposed to like a ton of like what his core fan base is. But I think what's really fascinating is what he's done when he'll do these fulfillment things. And I understand all the flack gets, but when he throws out something like, I'm going to make 80 of these, like he'll throw a number out. Like,
Well, that's
and
what I
it's
was
a high number.
Right.
Yeah, and it's fascinating because, like, going into that in some cases, not all, and I'm not degrading the value of his work or what he puts into it. He's an artist and he makes the package a complete thing. But there's a lot of times where I see that and I go, like, it's impossible for you ever to get more than your money back out of that. And it's interesting because I think he's garnered this whole thing where what's interesting is like a lot of people will enter for his cap because they genuinely want that cap, and he's found his way of making that work for him in a way that I don't think many people have, and I think that's really interesting.
Exactly where I'm going. So his work is,
For sure.
to me, speaking as someone who now has made caps, it's absolutely incredible, the process and his consistency. So the spectral saccharide Skeletor Popsy that I just showed, that one never sold out. I think it was like, I don't want to call it a fulfillment, maybe it was, but the fact is he had quite a few, at least 40, I think.
Yeah.
And they never sold out. And I remember hearing some people saying, "Oh, the spectral saccharide still on sale." When I first saw that, I entered it on the Instagram. There's only 6 or something, and they were prototypes. They went out immediately. I couldn't even open up the form in time. Then he did a fulfillment sale. It never sold out. Days and days went by, and never sold out. I entered immediately. I was so excited to get one because I love the
It tells
cap
you everything
itself.
you need to know about like the reason people are entering for things.
Right,
When they think
exactly.
there's 6, everyone wants it, and when they think there's 4, I guarantee more than 40 people wanted it when there was 6.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But when there's 40,
Absolutely.
all of a sudden it's the other way around. Now there's 6 people that want it. But and that's and
it's one of my favorite
talking
caps.
generally. Specifically to binge though, I do think that's interesting where like he has cornered this little bit of his fan base where it's like specifically about wanting his caps, and I don't think any other artisan has done that in quite the same way.
Right.
Where
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
A lot of them
I think
all
you get
work
2
off
tiers. I think you
hype.
get one set of artisans that are just trying to sell their stuff and not struggling to do it, but like they just want to get it in people's hands. They love what they're doing. They're getting it out, and maybe it sells it, maybe it doesn't, but it, you know, it's whatever. And then you get that other tier where it's just like it doesn't matter what they do, they're going to get more entries than whatever, and then that's going to go on the market, and it does what it does. I think Binge is almost on this little island where he's kind of not. He's got neither side of that.
I think so, but I think that's also a testament to the quality of his caps. If I'm speaking as like from an artisanal standpoint, I mean that's his shit's awesome. The Popsy skull, I mean that's the only, as far as I know, the only multi-mold. I think it's a 2-mold retail cap that goes out.
The
Right?
Space Bunny is.
Oh, is it multi-mold? It's gotta be actually. Yeah. That said, I would. There's like that's hype as fuck. They don't
It's
make
interesting though that like
there's not that many.
you note those 2 caps as like favorite of yours because like I guess as a maker like you can appreciate the more so than just the color or the looks of something. Like you can look at something and go like this is how it's done, and now I appreciate that because I now understand how it's done. So like two of your favorite caps you've mentioned are done in that multi-mold way, where it's like
in my box, dude, looking at the Space Bunny, looking at the Popsy skull, it blows my fucking mind thinking
Space Bunny
like,
is sick, dude.
I can't even, like I remember
wait you see the new one with the
but I remember thinking like I was like my goal is to make a multi-mold cap or something, and then I remember talking about with Liam because Liam came out with the Schrodinger, which is a multi-mold cap, I believe. He molds the skull and then puts a skull into
Liam's insane.
Like half.
Is that the bongo cap thing?
Yeah, the bongo cap.
Is that so? Does he? And this is going to be the dumbest question. So I know there's like the one with the cat and one with the skull, the half skeleton. They're really cool. How does I take it he doesn't do that for the standard ones? It's just the...
So there's every sale he does, as far as I know, it's just 3 Schrodingers, but it's a bongo cat sale. So like we had that collab sale where he did these Star Fox bongos, and I did the Falco Daffies. So there's 3 of these, but they were Schrodinger versions, which is a brilliant fucking concept if you think about the Schrodinger.
It's amazing.
Cat, where it's cut. He literally dremeled half of it and then made. I think it's an end cap. So I really think it's not even. I think it's a 2, at least 2. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-mold thing. So he only
that's
makes 3
also. And again, I only bring up bro caps so much because obviously I'm a bit more sort of like intrinsically linked and knowledgeable on the process. But the same with like the.
No, but his caps are to
separate.
To his credit, his caps are great.
Separate mold as well.
To bro, like he literally has probably. I remember. It's kind of funny because I remember thinking when I first entered the artisan community, maybe even like a year into it, bro caps and winning a bro cap sale or whatever was like a fucking dream of mine. I remember thinking like I'm never gonna win that. That's like I entered his sales and people. I remember the fucking July 4th sale of maybe 2017, whenever he did the Freedom Frog, and I was like, that's my fucking. I need to get that cap, and I entered and like maybe like 3 people in Discord won, and only one of them got the Freedom Frog. It was Bugs. I was like, holy fucking shit! Like, what do I need to do to win this? And then nowadays, like like I don't know. It's just to have one is, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. I don't even know what my point is anymore.
Well, hey guys, we're at
I like
about an
keycaps.
hour and a half. That's about like usually what our streams go at.
We've done 0 chat
Uh,
interaction.
You know what? I mean, I think we've done enough. I haven't seen any questions that have needed like a super secure answer. I'm satisfied with this. If anyone in chat is like got something they want to like
Drink.
lay out,
Ivan wants you to drink. Disappointing amount of drinking. You see that? You're getting.
have
called
you
a
been
bitch
watching
right
how
now.
much I've been drinking, bro?
Unbelievable.
That must not be directed at me. That must not be directed at me.
Call him out. Call him out. Need more booze.
Wait, hey Bunny, what music do you like playing?
I mean, super cliche. I like a whole bunch of stuff. Like,
Shiny sounds faded and wants to end the stream as a result of his faded.
Dude,
it's done.
Well, we've been streaming for over an hour and a half. What do you want from me?
What do you gotta do? It's Friday night. You know, try and chill.
Yeah, it's not Thursday night, you know? Friday night. Dude, it's like fucking 2 a.m.
You know what?
for me.
Fine. You know what? Here, hang on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll come back and we'll stream for another fucking hour. I don't give a shit. It's up to you guys.
That's
Fuck
up to
you guys.
That's what's up. See, we got fresh haircuts. Mark got a haircut. I got a haircut a couple days ago. It was
I
great.
put a hat on. It's close enough.
It's good, honestly.
My brother-in-law got. I went to like this big parade thing today.
Unfollow. I'm sorry. He went to a big parade.
I went to this big parade. My brother-in-law became like graduated as an officer.
Yeah, you're talking about
in the army
today,
It was
right?
fancy. It was a good time.
That's fucking incredible, by the way. I'm like actually really happy for you guys. That's such a cool thing to be part of.
Yeah, it was like it was a long way to go, and then my kid threw up like the whole way home, so the car was like
That sucks.
savage.
Not
It was
looking
not
forward
a
to
good day, but I'm in it. I'm not canceling nothing.
That's
it's
good.
really
Is it,
funny.
is it
Dude,
your-
I'm trying. I'm trying for
Is
it.
it your brother-in-law or what is it?
Yeah, it's my wife's brother, but like I'm really close with that side of the family. Like, my mum, I've got one brother. My mum and brother live in Guernsey, which is like a little island near France. So
Okay.
I hardly get. I mean, my mum comes over, sees the kids and stuff, so I see her a bit more. But I haven't seen my brother in years. Whereas,
Yeah, okay,
like,
so nice.
my wife's from like a really big family. She's got like 5, 6 siblings. So there's always a family event. Like we're seeing them all the time. So like when I say my brother-in-law, like we're close to them. Like I see them like
Your
weekly,
son is
basically.
adorable. I hope. I say this all the time, but I hope like my son isn't as into Legos as yours, because I
Oh,
have
dude,
so many to
he
show him.
fucking loves it, and he's at that stage
I
where
have
it's
so
just
many
like,
that I want him to play with. I really hope he likes it. I'll be fucking
Yeah.
heartbroken if he doesn't. I've spent
oh,
so
they
much
will,
money on
and
a
he
fucking
just
Lego.
likes doing. They just like doing stuff with you. Do you know what I mean? Like
Hey, I'm back.
in the
Hey.
my youngest like hero worships his older brother, and his older brother like hero worships me. So it's just like he
Imagine
Mason
being
just
somebody's
always
hero.
wants to build Lego or play games or do something with me, and Milo always wants to do whatever Mason's doing. So it's just like there's that chain
Mark,
thing.
serious thing about this. Imagine being somebody's hero.
Oh, I've been several people's hero. Everyone in chat right now, I'm their hero.
So I tell you, like that the thing that stuck out to me the most, like what I told you when you had your kid, it's just like when as soon as Mason, like my first kid was born, like my mum texted me and said, because she lives in different countries, she couldn't be there, and she texted me, it's like you'll finally understand
Why I love you so
how much I love you now.
Right,
Like it's
right.
all well and good to say like you love someone or to have like a family bond, but you'll never understand like what it's like to have a kid until you have one.
Mhm.
And that stuck with me like more than anything. It's just
So
like one
I
sentence.
just-
She
I wanna
didn't even
say-
know. I've never even mentioned it to her, but like that stuck with me like more than anything she's ever said to me ever. Like just
So I want to bring that up. So I've been thinking about that. That's gonna stick with me forever. That you said that. And when you first told me, I didn't want to say anything. But when I first saw my son, I was like, "The fuck is it? Like it looks like an alien." I wasn't really into it, you know.
I've got a
And then this
story
is kind
in
of
a
fucked
second.
up.
What the fuck is
Yep.
this?
Literally, when he was born, I was like, ah. And I was kind of like, I was in, I don't know, maybe it's shock or whatever. And I like, just, I was like, holy shit, what have I done to my life or whatever? But now he's awesome. And I love him. And,
my wife had
Great.
that reaction.
but
So
holy shit, literally, I saw him get pulled out of the vagina and I was like, what?
dude, this is the opposite of keyboard talk. But so we had a really bad birth with my first
Oh, I'm
one.
sorry
So
to hear
he was 2 weeks late, so he got induced. And when you get induced, like you go, they give you the drug or the injection or whatever, and
that. I think it's
you go home, and you're told it's going to be
Protoxin or
like within 24 hours, and then we had to go back and do it again because it still didn't work. So then we had this longest labor ever. It's fucking miserable. Like we're in the pool thing. Carly had like all the drugs in the world. And she was being like, I can't fucking do it. Like just kill. She was drugged out of her fucking mind. And she was calling me over so the midwife could. She's like, just kill me. No one will mind. Just kill me. Anyway, so they end up having he flatlines like midway through giving birth, like complete. His heart stops. So they're like, and it's really weird. So you're in the room and they've got the lights low, and there's like this one woman in there with you, and it's all nice, and they're doing like pushing stuff. Flatline. I swear to God, you hear the noise, and you know when you've got the heartbeat going, they're hooked up.
Right. You know when it's a flatline. That's fucking horrifying.
And the second it did that, the lights came right up, and like 20 people ran in the room, right? So you're like, and you're trying to be supportive because you don't know. My wife is so drugged up, she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. She's trying to be like, everything's fine.
She had the epidural.
So all these people come in, and they're like, we have to get them out now, kind of thing. So they're expediting the process. So first of all, they tried this like suction cup thing, and that is a weird experience in itself because like they put it on, and you in your head you would be like they put something on the head and they're like gently they're leaning into it, they're fucking pulling, right? And you're like, bro, it's scary. So they're doing that, and then they do the forceps.
Blew my mind how they manhandled the baby. I'm like, that's why I like when I take care of them. Whatever. Wise Mark, you're gonna eventually go through the.
So anyway, so that's happening, and so they pull him out, and so I'm like super into the process, and like you say, like that, the thing my mum texted me really struck a chord, great. But they pull him out and they put him on my wife, and you've never seen a look of disgust.
What the fuck is that?
So they put him on top,
His head is
and
just
I think
stuck
she
in
thought that. I think they said something like they were going to take him to like try and revive him or whatever, but they put him on her, and he had so and the look at Scott, it was like, I'll never forget it. But now she would obviously be like you, like be like, oh my God, I love him more than anything now. And he had swallowed like, it's called like, they call it meconium, but basically he'd been like
meconium. He shit all over himself in the womb.
Yeah. So like,
mine did that too.
They were sucking that out of him.
Yeah.
And then because of the way they pulled him out, like my wife was like bleeding. Like we nearly lost her because she was like bleeding so much.
What the fuck? This is a horrible
So that was
story.
like crazy, and then that really stuck with me. But then we had the peer opposite performance with the second one, Milo. It was like
Milo.
I was like, yeah, I was playing game.
I was gonna name my son Milo. Holy shit.
We got Mason and Milo. So we were.
I'm a big Atlantis
I was
fan.
like playing Call of Duty or something, and the wife comes in. She's like, I think my waters are broke. I was like, oh shit. Like we get in the car. This is like 1 a.m. It was literally like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And we get in the car, and we drove to the hospital. He was out by like 3:30, like just done, like no fucking problems whatsoever. And he's like the easiest kid in the whole world. So it's a world different. But yeah, she had the same experience as you, where it was just like instant, like, oh my God, what the fuck is that?
I was kind of repulsed. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this is not. I didn't make that. You got a fucking huge ass cliff.
But then it's like the whole best thing in the world, dude. Like,
no, it is now. It's great. But man, when he was born, literally had like his he had like a fucking plateau in his head. I'm like,
they're calling you out for the board, Shiny.
But
you know,
I think I guess it's normal.
What's up?
Yeah, Dadcast. Mark, all right, sorry, we're done talking about dad stuff. Mark's falling asleep. As you can see, it's getting darker and darker on his side. I don't know if you have like one of those,
dude,
like sliding, the circle lights that you.
We've been out for an hour and 40 minutes.
You keep saying that. How it's literally 5:40 your time. What time is it?
How is it that dark? What have you done? Like, put the fucking blackout blinds up?
No, the sun just sets.
Are you kidding? There's no way you're gonna fall asleep before Bunny or me. That's
I think I might, dude.
Dude, me and Chad are gonna build some Lego right now.
Blows my mind.
Good times.
I have a Harry Potter set downstairs. I'll bring it up. We'll turn this into a Lego stream. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Bring up your own stream, and that's fair.
No, dude. How about you stay the fuck awake? It's literally 5:40 at in your time zone.
I'm about to go to bed, dude.
Oh my God.
My wife texts me super annoyed because I've had the fucking door open since I went for a piss.
I didn't know you had. Wait, so you have 2 sons?
Yeah, 1 and 3. Well, they're going to be they're both born in October, so they're going to be 4 and 2 in October.
Awesome.
One's born on Halloween and one's born on Back to the Future Day. So it's like the most
Fucking
banging
gnarly.
birthdays ever.
My son was born on just a whatever, July 25th.
It's a good day. And then of all the dates I've got to remember, my wedding anniversary is on, ironically enough, Independence Day. So like everything I need to remember is super easy.
Dude,
It's like
that's
Back to the
sick.
Future Day, Halloween, Independence Day, and Gucci.
It's
Hell
amazing.
yeah.
Vinsler is about 20 minutes drive from Mark. You just do me a favor. I need you to go drive to Mark's on the way there, stop by a gas station, and buy 4 5-hour energies for a
Dude.
total of 20 hours, and 2 Red Bulls.
What do we want our streams to
Sugar-free.
be, dude? An hour and 40 minutes is a good ass stream length.
It's not me, dude. Look, the people in the chat. It's what the people
Oh
want.
my god.
It's not me, man. It's what the people want.
We need to set a precedent.
Okay, so let me hear your explanation of why we should shut it off. And if you're right, and I agree with you,
Dude, if you want to shut it off, we can. But I feel like we haven't done anything yet. It's gone like in 10 minutes.
We're doing-
I think that's the problem. If you're going to name
Oh
a
my God.
podcast Inkeebriated, and we're all going to get drunk, we're going to chat shit for a bit.
I'm drunk as fuck, dude.
And
So I
here's the
wanna
thing:
talk to
you
you
can't
about this.
get away with as boring
I'm
as I
being
may
a
have been,
girl. All right.
See,
whatever.
that
can't
dude
get
is
away
No,
with
no. Hey,
calling me
hey,
up
listen.
again.
We'll go for 3 hours. Fuck it. Let's go, baby.
Why do you care
I'm
about
in.
the time?
No,
I'm not even counting the time. I don't even know how long
It's
been.
5,
I'm having a
right?
good
Because
time.
you want people
I'm
to know
chilling.
what they're tuning in for. If they've got whatever, fuck it. Who cares? No, go ahead. Yeah, 3
I
hours.
love
Let's
you
go.
guys.
Another
I
hour and
love
20
you.
minutes. I don't give a shit. Let's
Yeah.
go.
This is the one
you
time you
okay?
got me.
Fuck
Let's
it.
get after it. Let's get after it.
No, I'm
This is
down.
fun.
Let's
This
This
go.
is fun. I love you guys. This is
Yeah.
fun. We're having a good time. We're chatting. It's like drinking with buddies.
Well, that's literally what it
I'm
is.
out of
right?
Red Bull, so it's cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
let's
know
go.
Shiny very well, but
Well,
Chad, I'm
this
all
is
over.
Shiny.
I've been wanting to hang out for
He's a
ages.
man.
I'm
Yeah,
man
no,
now.
really.
He fucking dude. We mutually bonded for 12 seconds earlier about our love for fucking Osu. So
Osu, dude. we can
Oh,
talk.
you like
We can
Osu?
talk. He played it,
God
dude.
I haven't played it in a
Damn.
while, but I used to be addicted to that. I got into it for like aim training.
Yeah.
I don't play it like him. I play it without the click. It's called like relax mode or something. But I used to play that shit for like,
So I
6
didn't even
hours.
know about it, and then he talked about it. That's how we got mechanical keyboards.
dude, it's
It's
fucking wild.
I only played it that night, but I still want to kind of play it. And I think my
Dude.
sister's gonna love it.
Dude,
used to
did
play,
you did
Flash
you do it
Flash
without the
Revolution.
click?
Yeah, I used to do like
Yeah.
the Flash Revolution type thing.
No, do it with just your mouse and you're not clicking, so you're
Oh.
just doing the movements.
Oh,
It's called like
okay.
relaxed mode or something.
I didn't
dude.
do it with the
It's-
mouse. I did it literally with just a
Yeah,
keyboard.
the clicking fucked me off because you're like doing it so much, you're just like you get fatigue. But when
See,
you're
if
just
we-
literally moving your mouse to the points and it auto clicks for you, oh my god!
If we had a screen
6
share,
hours
I
goes
would
and you're like,
pull up.
motherfucker.
If I controlled the screen share, I'd pull up Mark's.
I could do that if you want. I can flip a play.
I would love to see that,
All
and
right,
I think
give me a
the
second. Give me a
crowd
second.
would love to see you playing a,
Yeah,
like a
dude,
minute
yeah,
or two
you
of
know
you
what?
playing.
I'm not going to
Fuck
take him
it.
on. He told me he was like a fucking pro or something.
since
but
we're doing
I'll
it,
play
you know
anyone
what?
right now.
Fine, hang on, give me a
COD.
second.
Well, fuck it. We'll get after it.
No, yeah, let's do it. Why not?
I'm all out of drinks other than neat.
No,
Shitty
oh, you're good,
whiskey.
you're good, you're good. I thought you were
Then
out.
you're
Oh,
fine,
that's
dude.
transparent.
Proper 12. If you want to like sponsor shit, we're down. It's not shit, but it's
Yeah,
whatever.
let's all get matching tattoos. Is that? You think we can do that?
I got some space.
I have plenty of space. I only have 2 tattoos, like one on my finger and one on my lip.
What have you got in your finger? Nice. You can like now that you're into keyboards, you can be like it's a key collective tattoo. Fuck with me.
Kid,
Yeah.
I'd rather do like a.
Yeah, I felt this is gonna. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's like the worst story ever. I've got 3 cats. One of them
So far,
has
so
got
good.
this. One of them's called Elvis. He's got this fucked up relationship with this Siamese cat 2 doors down, where they're like arch rivals, but also cuddle buddies. So like you'll look outside at any point, and they'll be like snuggled up, and then you'll hear that fucking like cat noise where they're like going fucking apeshit at each other, right? Like they're fighting any given time. The bird who lives like 2 doors down, she went on holiday like last week, so her cat was in a carriage. She came back and it's been missing since yesterday, and she came
Oh,
around
shit.
today to tell us about it, and we were like, we both saw it yesterday. It was on top of our
Probably dead.
garage fighting our cat, like they were going after it.
Probably fucking
So,
dead somewhere.
We were out this afternoon like looking for it. It's a cool cat though. It's this nutty Siamese cat. Oh, what we doing? We Osu in it. All right.
I'm waiting
This
for Mark
is fucked
to
up.
do
This is
something.
fucked
Literally
up.
getting
It's fucked
Mark,
up.
it's getting darker and darker.
It's fucked
I don't
up.
understand.
Never mind.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't
even
have it
mine.
set up. I didn't have
I've
it set
got
up.
like one shitty hue light up
Dude,
above me.
why
Didn't
is it
have
so
it set
fucking
up.
dark?
I didn't have it set up.
Did you shut the lights off in your apartment?
No, it's just dark, dude.
I don't
I've got
understand.
a full screen. Let's get after it. I want to see this Osu.
No, it's
I don't
no, it's
understand
gone.
why it's so dark.
It
in
can't
your
happen. It
apartment.
can't happen.
Dude, have you seen what's really like interesting? There's this huge boom on it at the moment because of Diego. Have you
What
seen
about
that at all?
Diego? Lightning?
Like lightning?
Do you know Diego? So he's like
Lightning.
an Apex player.
Is he?
He's an interesting dude. He
Wait,
plays
wait,
it like
are you talking
between
about
games.
Diego as in lightning? Like from the
No,
keyboard?
no, no,
community?
Diego Souls. He's like a
Oh no, I don't know.
world's #1 in
Oh,
Apex.
Diego Source. No,
Okay.
no.
He plays it like between games, and there's been this huge boom in it again recently, where because like 5,000 people a day are seeing it and stuff.
Okay.
It's become like this whole thing again. Like it's kind
Fuck
of
yeah.
been a bit
I'm actually
dead
kind of
for a while,
craving
but-
Apex. I was never good at it, but I remember.
Oh, we played
Barbecue.
for like 12 seconds, right? And then
I played with you. I played with Barbecue. Barbecue is actually
me and Jay were playing it
Pretty
this
good.
evening.
Jay. That was the first time
I
I ever
love
talked
it.
to Jay. Was playing
Dude,
Apex.
both of those guys, Jay and James, are like the best fucking dudes.
I
I love
know.
those
Cool.
guys.
Hey,
almost
thanks,
like
hey,
they're-
Tori,
it's almost like
for
they're related.
following, buddy. Appreciate it.
Nice, Mark. You got any lights in your crib?
No.
Dude, just fucking put up your blackout blinds. What the fuck is going on?
I'm lit. I'm well lit.
I know, dude.
You
I
can
want
see
you to
me.
be lit. I'm just like I'm
I
getting
need to pee
anxiety.
again. Like,
I feel like you're gonna
so
ditch. You're gonna
bad,
ditch.
but I don't want to
Dude.
annoy my wife.
How long do you want this stream to go, man? It's
It's
going
2
on
a.m.
2
She's gonna get
hours.
pissed if I wake the kids.
What are you gonna do? What?
Okay, hold on. Before you get shitty, dude, you're the one who said like we're gonna go 3 hours.
I
This is
did
what
not
we're
say
gonna do.
that. I
Those are your
never
words.
said that.
Chat.
What are you talking about?
He said it. He said it.
When
Chat.
did I say it?
Watch
Link
the chat
me
right now.
Link me the
Guarantee
clip.
everyone's gonna
Link me
confirm.
the
You were
clip.
just like fucking 3 hours.
Shut
Let's
up,
get it.
Grapes. Shut the fuck up, Grapes. You dumb motherfucker. Pull
No,
the clip.
this
Pull the
fucking
clip.
guy.
Pull up the clip.
She's
Mark,
at
Boone,
2
yeah.
at max.
Barbecuing.
2
Yeah,
at max.
pull up
Are you trying to save money on
Nah.
your electricity bill?
100%, dude. 3.
No, I'm
She
just
said
fucked
3
up. I
hours.
want to go to bed.
Get the clip. Oh,
Hey,
dude,
you're gonna go to
James
bed
here.
at
I fucking love
6
that kid.
o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
You're
do.
like my 1-year-old, dude.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't care.
Does your mom live in your
Said 3
apartment?
hours,
and she doesn't
dude,
want you
even-
to leave the
yeah,
lights on.
yeah.
Dude, I just want to say this for a second. Dustin's here. He's like fucking straight edge vegan. He knows.
Is he?
I'm telling you right now, 3 hours. That's what was said. We're here.
3
We got
hours.
That's it, man. That's it,
dude,
man.
an hour and 12 minutes
Very
you've
wholesome.
committed to.
God damn it. Fine.
Shiny, like literally, it's this point that people want to see is how
Okay.
is when you're
alright,
fucked up.
Fair.
I don't even want to. I don't know why I'm
I'm
arguing
beyond
this
fucked
because my
up.
kids
I'm
are gonna have
fucked
me
up.
up in 2 fucking
I'm
hours.
fucked up.
Good.
So, okay, great. Fair.
Burp. All right. So, are you gonna pull up that Osu street, the Osu video, or no?
Fuck
He
you
said
guys.
3 hours, sir. He's even using my words. He's
No,
using
actually,
sir.
yeah. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to the 2-player stream overlay so that I can pull it up. It's gonna fuck up the view of us, but you know what?
Nobody
Fine.
cares.
Just for 2 minutes. Just for 2
Bunny,
minutes.
what is your
It's
biggest
cool. It's cool. It's
tattoo?
cool. Hang on.
Happy telling.
Where is it?
Where's the name BunnyLake come from?
Oh, is it fucked up?
Dude, it's such a shit story
Never
that I
mind,
don't
it doesn't even
no
work.
one knows it, right? And it's such a shit story that I don't even, and it's really embarrassing. So I'm
No,
like,
tell it. Fuck it.
but
My
it-
shit doesn't work, so just go for it.
I
Yeah.
feel like just leaving it is like way better because it's like the worst, most embarrassing story ever. It's like an accidental name with like a backstory, and I've never said it.
Mhm.
And, wait,
You've never
it's the
spoken
lake
it
where
out.
he had his first kiss. Yeah, I wish that was true. That'd be such a better story.
Where'd you get Shiny Glisker from?
That's my favorite shiny Pokemon.
Oh, I need to pee so bad, but I don't want to wake the kids.
I thought the
Wait,
bathroom's right behind.
is where Bunny Lake comes from worse than your biggest tattoo? Dude, Orion's fucking on something. I don't know what he's up to. If it's yours, no, Jay. If it's my Xbox gamer tag, I'd just be like, it was like a I actually had 2 really cool automated Xbox gamer tags. One was Alleged Silence, and the other one was It was something like odd perplexity,
Oh, wait,
odd
hold up.
propensity or
We
something.
got a donation.
Shayon donated $5. Here's some
And
money
drink-
so you can buy some lights,
Coincidentally, we're
Mark.
drinking shots.
Here's $5 so you can buy some lights, Mark. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
If you really want to go, I'm
Getting fucking roasted in the chat.
I can't wait to buy $5 in lights.
He's
If
trying
it's
to
time to
say.
end the stream, it's okay.
Let's hang out till 2 hours. At 2 hours we can call it. Okay, we got 10 minutes left,
Dude,
boys.
that's in 10 minutes. You better fucking nail some Osu in that time.
Dude, okay, hang on. Let me see if I can show some shit, I guess, but like, who cares? Does anybody in the chat actually want to see that? Let me know. There's no way.
Alright, hold on, wait. How about, look, the chat has clearly verified
No, they
that
do.
you said 3 hours,
Okay,
right?
I did not
Now
say
you're
3
saying two.
hours.
Wait.
I did not
Why
say
don't we
3
say-
hours.
Why don't we say 2.5? So we call it at 2:30 my time. That's reasonable. Then I get 2.5 hours.
I'm gonna
sleep-ish.
die, dude.
And then I can go piss, knowing. Because here's the thing: if you're only gonna go 9 more minutes, I'm gonna probably piss myself because I can't go knowing there's only 9 more minutes. But I'll
Hey,
probably won't.
Grape.
Grapes donated
But if
$5.
there's like
Stream for
39
3
more minutes,
hours.
I can go get a piss. I can go pee, and then we can concentrate on you playing those two.
Fair,
and
fine.
Let's get after it with the
Fine,
chat.
fine. Hey, thanks, Grapes, for the
Dude,
$5.
Jax, if you
man.
can get me a sponsorship, dude, I'm all over it.
I feel like I had this set up for the
I
two
will
person
say,
stream.
right?
Hang on.
Actually, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
What does that mean?
The whiskey or
3
something?
hours
Yeah.
for the bunny. I tell you, if Jack can convince him to go for 38 more minutes, I'll
Yeah.
do the bunny story,
Fair
even
enough.
do it's like the most
No, I'll do it.
anticlimactic
I'll do it.
bullshit
Yeah,
Yeah?
fine.
Alright,
Fair
then.
enough.
All right,
I don't
let me go
have to
pee.
think
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All good. Everybody give a thumbs up. I don't know. Yeah, we're all hanging out on Friday nights.
Everybody in the club.
To see hella bargain. Barbecuing.
There we go. Okay, wait, hang on.
Look at that. Muzola just said if we stream for 3 hours, he'll boost our Discord. So
Oh, there we
We only
go.
need
Hang
9
on,
more
hang on,
boosts.
wait. How do I get it
for it to
up in front of
something.
the whole thing? Hang on. Wait, why is it behind us? I'm so pissed. I hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit, dude. I
Okay.
hate it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna post this thing. So I don't know. I guess this isn't a secret.
What are you posting?
That's the zoner fuse.
Is that what he posted earlier?
Yeah. If that happens, it'd be nice.
Oh, we got a donation. Who donated?
Oh, put our drunkometers up.
No, I can't.
You can, because we're on the 2 screen.
I don't want to. 3.
Okay.
Back 3. Hey, thanks, Orion. Lights, camera, action, shots. I am not drinking anymore, or I'll die. Thanks, bud.
Needs an angry stop. Oh, man.
True.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Yo, what's up?
what's going
Stand
down?
up. Stand up.
They definitely look drunk.
Get some blood. Come on. We gotta power through this,
Yeah.
Mark.
I gotta go drink some water. I'll be
Dude,
right back.
it's
it's
2 a.m. here, and I'm blatantly the freshest. What's going down? You understand? You got a newborn. You don't even sleep.
I'm good. I'm good to go. I'm concerned. I want Mark to be able to power through this. I want to send him my energy.
Who's still up? Who we got?
He's using a
Shout
is that
to-
a flashlight or is that his refrigerator? I can see him. Okay.
Yo, Jax, where did you get that name from? Where's that even come out? Did I fuck something up? Dude, respect whoever the fucking Dilgrom is. I respect it.
Whoa, thanks 3-Ton Jack for the $20 donation.
Yo, I need to get in on these tips.
Big dick energy, my client.
We need to make this a thing. We'll do this stream nightly. We'll get rich.
That's what's up. I think the novelty will wear off.
We need some big dick energy.
There's only so much drunken bullshit people can handle. I think it's just nice that it's on a weekend. I don't know if we could come up with some actual conversation that we could. Congratulations, Orion, on being halfway through your Grey Goose. You spelled gray correctly this time.
I'm like shocked at how the stream's gone. It's fascinating. Like I feel like it's gone in like 20 minutes, and we've talked about literally nothing. Like we spoke very briefly about artisans.
Mark, how does it feel for you? Please tell me that.
I want to go to sleep. That's how I feel.
Dude, didn't Chad say it's like fucking 6 p.m. for you?
You're not allowed to go to sleep. Sorry. Dude. I love you. This is stream night.
I woke up early. I had to work from home today, man. I'm put in my time.
I've been up since 5.
We're gonna keep going.
God damn it. I understand that people are more tired than me, but like when I drink, I get sleepy. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to pause.
Who was that kid who passed out on stream that time?
Was it me?
No, there was some guy who was like... There was some guy who was like big on Reddit who used to make videos and he passed out on stream. It's like a big thing.
Mark told me if you pass out drunk on stream, you get like banned or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving you like a fucking 7-day ban, which won't even affect you. You'll be back on your like regular schedule.
True.
Great point. Shit.
Damn.
And like, let's be honest.
See, let's go till you pass out.
Dude, I would
pass out. It would be a great stream if you passed out and me and Bunny just kept talking while you're sleeping in your chair.
At 3 p.m. I was ready to go to bed. I was so close. I can't even tell you to being like, I know I'm a cunt, but like, is there any way we can do next week? Because I'm fucked. I feel shit. Like, I'm so tired.
That's so funny.
But we're here. We're after it. And then you're like, oh, it's 6 p.m. Dude, I need to go to bed. I've had like 3 drinks.
Am I asleep right now? No, I'm awake. So fuck it, dude.
I gotta be honest. I think it'd be funny if you fell asleep in your chair right now.
No,
that looks like a comfortable chair.
It'd be bad if I did. Shut up, dude. I'm fine. All right.
I mean, that even better.
What's your favorite cap you've ever made, Chad? Like, if you could put your fucking name on anything, like, you're gonna make an Instagram post tomorrow. This is my fucking current legacy.
I gotta be honest with you, and I'll shout out Ono for this because it was kind of his. It wasn't. I was gonna do it anyway, but he really liked the idea, which pushed me to do it. So this is the favorite cap I've ever made, and it's simpler than the ones I've done, but it's
all right. Follow-up question: can I have it?
If you really want
it, you can see the glow on your camera, dude. That's nuts.
That's the tritium glow. So the reason it's my favorite is because it's tritium, which is obviously cool, but
I don't even have any of that shit. I was gonna go get my Daffies, but I can't compete.
It's okay.
Can't see this glow. Okay. What the fuck?
The reason I like it is because I cold casted for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was learning it, and I want to shout out Ritual Master, who's a good friend of Fractal.
That kid, dude, he is the bet. Hold on, let me go get something. This is fucking amazing. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
it's attached to my wall. I'm probably gonna rip my paint. 1 sec.
Sure. All right, guys, that's the end of the stream.
Fuck you. Don't do it. Just pass out in the chair. It's fine.
I'm fucking kidding.
Ritual Master's the man.
I'm sure people call bullshit. I very rarely ask anyone for favors in the hobby. You're one where I asked you to make that cap for Sherwin.
Right.
Interesting enough, the other favor I've asked was with Ritual Master. I asked him to make a cap for Sherwin. He made that Jason watcher. I fucking loved it.
That everybody wants.
Sherwin are both obsessed with this one particular knife maker who made a Jason knife.
Oh, okay.
And I asked him to make a cat for thing, and then when we were at KeyCon, he had hand painted me this. It's
tight.
Wow, James painted that shit.
I love it. Yeah.
Put that closer to the camera.
I love Ritual, man. He's the fucking man. But
put that closer to the camera. I want to see that.
I'm trying to not get the gloss on it, but
no, I
love it. And that's like, I fucking love this. And he is the nicest fucking kid, dude. Like, I cannot say enough good things about him. And I think that Watcher, like, particularly the Revive version, like he had a kid just before you, took a break, dude. He's gonna pop off, dude.
I think so.
He's such a fucking nice dude. Such a good artist. Like, if you see his art, he's one thing that
I've always loved
talking about my mum, what she said, what stuck with me. Like, when I was hanging out with Kudos in New York, like, he was saying, like, the way I judge artisans, I look at their art first. Like, if their artwork, it's not, like, I don't even think about their caps. Like, it's not relevant. if you look at what James does, like in the Warhammer scene, and what he does with his paintings,
my
dude,
God.
that kid's fucking absurd. Like, he's so good. I love that
Sorry
kid.
to
He's so
everyone
good.
viewing for those Windows notification sounds.
What happened?
It's just the Windows notification, like 8 times in a row. Sorry, I apologize for that.
Vince, like he doesn't. He used to paint like Warhammer models and like a few offshoots and stuff. I think if you go on his Instagram and look back enough, you'll see a whole bunch. He's fucking sick, dude.
He's so talented. I had the pleasure of talking to him for the first time when we did the Fracno.
Dude, and I was so bummed.
Mordau thing. We need to do more of that. Frack, I know you're watching Frack. That was one of the most fun things I've ever done. Was just artisan collab with just playing Mordau with you guys and getting to know you guys was honestly
one
hilarious.
of my biggest fucking regrets is I was so stressed and anxious about going to KeyCon. I got so fucked up, and we went to dinner afterwards. It was like me, Franco, Sherwin, James, who's Ritual Master, a few others, and well, I spoke to Ritual at the event, but like we were going out for this dinner, and I was so fucked up, and I don't even remember it, but like people were saying, I wasn't even like talking at this dinner, like I was just like really, you know, when you're just like out of your body, like you're just not even taking anything in. I was like that, and so I don't really remember it. The next day, like we all went out for food, and I was so with it because I didn't have that stress of KeyCon. Like I think it was like me, Frankno, Sherwin, Kudos, Koala, Diego was there, Shinzo, who, by the way, I didn't know him that well before KeyCon. What a fucking dude!
Is he awesome?
Fucking man, dude. He's my biggest surprise out of KeyCon. Like so many people, like I had a preconceived like notion going in, like I like this person, I don't like this person, I'm indifferent, and everyone was kind of about that. Shinzo, I didn't really know. I didn't have like anything about him. Like we had spoken a little bit, but not much. But dude, I've got so much respect and time for that guy. Like he probably doesn't feel the same, but I just think he's like the coolest fucking dude. Anyway, we all went out for this dinner. I had like the best time, and I just wish that Sunday's dinner was like Saturday's dinner, because like I was so out of it on Saturday and so like stressed out. I didn't enjoy it. But James, dude, I can't say enough good things about that guy, and I think he's gonna blow the fuck up when he's got time to really push it.
I think so. I think he really is.
Because I think like he sees stuff just right. I think he's so fucking good. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm getting to, other than to say, like, if you're not in Ritual Master, check him out, because when he comes back, dude, he's gonna blow the fuck up. And honestly, what you're paying for his caps right now is not what you're gonna be paying for his caps in 6 months.
True.
Get in fucking now, because that kid is dope, and he's such a nice guy. Like I love him. Like we don't get to speak that much, but whenever I do, dude, I've got nothing but amazing things to say about that kid.
The Watcher V2 is I really want one.
Yeah, the way he redid those eyes. So he, from what I understand, he redid those eyes to make it easier to cast. But dude, it's such a subtle but brilliant difference.
For me, the biggest thing for me was specifically that the Watchers were less circular at the base and more like keycap shape, and it looks so good from the butt perspective. I think I need to see it in person.
Nothing but fucking praise for James. He's the best. Like he's so good and so humble and such a nice down to earth. Like he's literally the epitome of the down to earth guy. And if I could do anything but send attention his way, that's like all I want to do. 100%. Like him and you, like I just think like both of you sort of entered into like my life and ethos in a similar sort of time and way, and I've got nothing but great things to say about both of you. Awesome. I'm not doing it because like you're right here and it's fucking weird. So I said like James is a fucking man, and if I was on a podcast with James, I'd be talking this way about you. For sure. Like, that's how I feel.
All right, Mark.
Hey,
where the fuck is Osu gameplay? What's going down?
It's not happening, I don't think.
All right.
But hey guys, listen, we've been at this for over 2 hours. We've gone kind of past our time. I'm sorry for that Windows notification sound that just hit you guys. I think we're gonna call it a stream here, guys. I appreciate all of you being here, joining in. It's been way better than like I could have imagined. This has been a sick ass stream. So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go to bed. But thanks for joining. Appreciate it, and have a good night, guys. Thank you so much. Would you guys like to say anything to the viewers before we go to?
I just want to thank Bunny for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Thank you so much,
Thank
Bunny.
you so much for having
one
me.
of my
It's been
best
a
friends.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Not only in the hobby, but in
Super
general.
cool to have you here, dude. Super cool.
I'm
Dude,
very
it's
thankful.
an honor to be invited on. Fucking, like, it's my pleasure. Thank you so
Awesome,
much.
dude. Hey, we hope to have
Maybe
you on again. At
probably
some
not
point,
the last
man.
time.
Yeah, we'll have you on
Hopefully
again
we'll
for
keep
sure.
going.
Dude, I'm up for getting drunk any night. So anytime
Absolutely,
you
dude.
are at a
Absolutely.
loose end, I'm down. It's been an absolute honor. Thank you so much.
I'm not done drinking. I'm gonna keep drinking.
All right, guys. I'll see
Fuck
you.
you,
Have a
Franco.
good night. Thanks for joining us, everybody who was here.
Get some
and,
sleep, Mark. I love you.
Dude, I
Later,
will.
Bunny.
Good night, guys. Bye.